Hello everybody, welcome to the show! I am currently your host for the day. Wolfie currently your host for the day. Yeah, I am basically here, I'm a few minutes early. I will hop into the chat that my friends have when it's up. But yeah, we're going to be playing some Solarpunk Savage World today. On Roll20. I also just realized I put it as I've just put it as RPG, not TTRPG. Yeah, tabletop RPG. Yeah, so we're gonna be playing Savage Worlds. I have never played Savage Worlds before, so as a I want to do a bit of a preamble. Yeah, I've never played it before, so I've got no fucking idea. Mostly what I'm doing. I have a cheat sheet. I said cheat sheet. It's not a particularly good cheat sheet. It is a sheet that tells me a few of the abilities that I have, essentially. So what I know about Savage Worlds is it's basically supposed to be like one of the most adaptable tabletop games ever. That's what everyone always like sells it to me as. It's like crazy adaptable. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm sure it'll be fun, if nothing else. So, yeah. The setting is Solarpunk, which is... Apparently, this is the thing. I hadn't really heard of it. Well, I'd heard of it in a game or a show or something. Like, I'd heard of it before this. But I didn't really know what it meant. So what it is, if anyone knows, like, steampunk, it's kind of like that. But instead of steam, it's all solar power. So it's eco-friendly steampunk, I guess. Or is steam eco-friendly? I actually don't know. But, yeah. So that is what it's going to be. It should be a good laugh. So the characters... I only know two of the characters, currently. We all do know each other. We're apparently friends or acquaintances. We at least know each other. So there's my character. The other character I know is my buddy Tom's character. He's playing some sort of weird cavalier guy. So what we're in like a post-apocalyptic world that is everything's running on solar power. That's it. So it's weird. There's a setting doc which I'm sure you'll pick up the gist of it from time to time from how we describe things. It was a very cool setting doc. I'm very happy I read it. I did actually read it fully. It was a while back now, so I can't remember it too well. We got to pick... we're all human-ish. Basically, our racial stuff is culture. So, my one, the one that I know, which I've basically made up, because we all got to completely make them up. And give them their own like racial abilities, because Savage Worlds lets you build your own races, which is really cool. Mine are called the Sentinels. Basically, they're kind of a cross between... they're kind of a mix of the Judges from Judge Dredd and the Brotherhood of Steel from Fallout. Kinda. That's kind of the gist I was going for. They are basically big power armor wearing soldiers that go in and act as the heroes, essentially. We're kind of like weird super cops, but there's no actual law that we're applying to, so we kind of just go what we say is the law. They've got a bunch of downsides, which I'm looking forward to fluffing around with. Particularly the heroic. And they're quite big. So they're big, they're tough. They're classic me characters. essentially. Big, tough, good in a fight kind of thing. And mine, I will be playing the character Corporal Jax Morgan, because that's what the name generator gave me, and Jax is a name I'm always a fan of. After one of my favourite characters in one of my favourite books. Well, one of my favourite book series. I don't think it was my particular favourite book out of the series, but it was a very good book. Elfstones of Shannara, there was Garrett Jax. Badass weapons master who killed a kraken with a spear. He was an awesome character. He just did random shit, which is like, he'll be dead. Nope, he just lives. He only lives, he just does it in an awesome style. Really cool character. So, yeah, looking forward to playing this one. My guy's nowhere near as badass as that, but he's kind of cool. He's a bit weird. And he's big, even for a Sentinel. Sentinels are naturally big, and Jax is big for a Sentinel. But not very bright, to say the least. I won't really go much into the details about him. Okay, let's get some music. It's really hard to get, like, royalty-free music. Because there's some really cool music that I'd love to listen to, but I'm on stream, so I can't watch it. Well, I can't listen to it. Like, I want to listen to, like, cowboy music. But it's so much of a pain in the ass to get, like, multiple hours cowboy music. So I might just end up with the one I use for my D&D. Yeah, I will. Oh yeah, one of the players you guys might recognize if you are frequenters of my game that I run on Saturdays. Jay is going to be there. Okay, so I'm going to be joining now. I really hope they don't ban me. They don't get me banned from Twitch. I have told them I'm streaming. I haven't told them I'm streaming right now, but let's join.
Hey, Ben.
Howdy. Please don't get me banned. I'm currently live.
Wow.
Live? What?
He's on Twitch.
You mean twitch.tv/Wolfie Bane?
Fenris Wolfie Bane, yes. You were nearly there.
The best Twitch channel. The only one that I almost know the name of.
You nearly got it. It was close. You've been on multiple videos from the channel, and you've almost got the name down.
Almost.
I am sleepy.
Same.
Ben, you have been provided with a character sheet so that you can make sure it's on Roll20 just for doing rolls and stuff.
Oh, awesome. Cheers. I have a character sheet now. Yay.
Hello.
Howdy, Alistair.
How are you all doing?
Pretty good.
Tired.
And yes, tired. But
That is currently my only status of the day. Just tired. Oh god.
No, Slinky, don't drink my beer.
You do not feed your cat beer live on the internet.
It's not food, Ben, it's a drink.
I actually don't... What would that be for? What is that? What is that called?
Alcoholism.
No, what is providing it with a drink? Is there a short term for that? My brain's not working.
Liquid nourishment?
He said short
That's
term.
definitely not short.
It's a nice term.
It is a term. Yeah, let's go with that. Stop providing
Talking
liquid.
short term, it's probably a half pint.
Of a liquid equivalent of feed.
Yeah.
Like the
Half pint of
conventional
Guinness?
equivalent is sort of to water. Like you can water any animal in the sense of giving them water to drink, but
Stop beering your cat.
Bye.
Bye, Slinky.
Oh no, he's going back to find the bed.
Okay.
Oh, you lasted all of 30 seconds before you jumped back on my lap.
He just
Good
went,
job.
you know what? I'm good. Origin.
Is it just me you're waiting for?
Sasha.
Yeah, so she's got to get into the chat.
Okay, so I won't rush.
Yeah.
There's never any need to rush.
Did I actually put an age in my character? I can't remember.
Hello.
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 Sorry, I wasn't aware that we were doing it here.
I just assumed we were.
I figured everybody is already in the FC
Server.
Discord. I might as well use it.
Yeah, no, I just wasn't sure either way.
Yeah.
So, do apologise.
Say hi to the internet, Saoirse.
Oh god!
Oh, but my Twitch preview has crashed. That's always a good sign.
Yeah. Also, I apologise. The character sheet that I saved a while back has decided to wipe everything, so I'm just quickly inputting data.
I specifically saved a separate file under my character just in case it did that, and I'm very happy I did.
I mean, to be entirely fair, I have like a whole spreadsheet with all of the details. It's just having it on the character sheet as well keeps it organised.
Yeah, so you've been given one on Roll20 for the purpose of the dice rolls, either way.
Oh!
Using virtual dice, just to check.
Yeah, might as well.
He doesn't have the click-clack math rocks ready to go.
Well, it's not that, it's just if everybody can see what the rolls are, it's easier.
It is way more convenient.
There you are.
I'll
Okay.
just also find where the feather wall book is.
Figure
There you
out
go.
how all this works.
I've now got to remember that character sheets exist.
Yeah.
What's a character sheet?
Exactly. I completely we got the link yesterday, obviously for the room, and I completely blanked on any idea of like actually putting stuff from my PDF to the Roll20.
If it's any consolation, I've been checking it, and I've only just gotten a character sheet. Like, it must have been very recent, so...
Yeah, I didn't notice it when I checked earlier. Sorry, something went wrong.
Oh, I've totally been checking as soon as I got down and didn't see a character sheet.
That's because I needed to wait for people to join to add them to the character sheet.
That's a fair point, well made.
Yeah, I'll ignore the fact that I hadn't clicked that link until 5 minutes ago. Okay, I'm not going to go with that default name, because no idea how to pronounce that.
Yeah,
I'm just playing with the random name generator.
No, it's just, cause you know when Roll20 assigns you a character sheet, it comes up with a generic name?
Yeah, mine is, Geodry Eketh, which I'm not going with, because I've already I already used a different random name generator to get my character name, damn it. So...
I'm not even sure how to pronounce mine. Vovogri.
I assume you're via Vugri Ifro.
Yeah.
Via Vugri Ifro. It sounds... That is definitely a dwarf in some game.
It's certainly a take.
I believe this sheet doesn't even put the base standard skills at the top of the skill list.
I really wish it did. I also realised, by the way, for one of my skills, I am at a flat 0 to get if I talk to certain people. If I talk to certain people, I am at an actual 0 to get.
D4 minus 4.
Yeah.
Not quite true, because wild dice.
True,
Also,
but it's still a negative.
D4 minus 4 also isn't 0, because I don't think there's anything that explicitly says you can't go below 0.
I mean, that's true.
It's also not explicitly 0, because if you roll a 4, you explode.
Hey.
Wait.
So it might be a 1. With 3 dice.
On the assumption that I'm able to talk to someone, I'm still rolling at a -1.
If I roll 3 dice, I can maybe get a 1.
Why are you so bad at talking?
Does
Depends
anyone
on
here have
talking
social
to.
skills?
I don't need to talk to fire a gun.
I have a D12 in fighting. Is that a social skill?
Our cavalier does.
Okay.
I have
Who's the cavalier?
medium skills. I have medium talking skills.
You're better than Ugg. You're better than the illiterate giant.
Ugh.
My character.
Did I hear that right?
My character is not Ugg. I didn't pick another character which has like a 3-letter name.
Okay.
I didn't pick another one. I know it's a thing. I didn't do it this time. Although his first name is actually 3 letters, I'm noticing now. But he has multiple names.
Oh my.
I'm not slightly tweaking my build as I copy it into Roll20 because I'm hearing you guys speak and just like going, oh no, I need to quickly adjust some stats.
Hey, you at least prep. You always assume I'm going to take no social skills.
Oh, yeah, and that was fine. It was the rest of them that I'm concerned about now.
You all know what my character was for ages.
I didn't know that you were also an antisocial git.
I'm not antisocial, I've just got the charismatic charm.
A question, by the way.
I thought you were going to say you were just lactose intolerant.
No, that's me. Question, is stealth one of the core skills?
Yes.
Yes.
Cool. I was wondering why it's on my original character sheet, but I didn't have anything written in it. So I'm assuming I just missed that one.
Did you not use the form fillable one that I sent you?
I did, but it didn't have, like, the pop-up. I didn't, like, mark in that it's default at D4. I just wrote the name in and didn't put anything.
Wait, but it's printed on the sheet. It's not even in one of the edited fields. It just physically printed on the sheet.
I know, I just forgot to press the button that
God,
is,
I need to
I have a
find the
D4 in this, for some reason.
I need to find the fucking gun.
Right. Static. Common knowledge. Notice. No, I don't notice.
I have okay notice.
I feel like I've missed a
have good
skill
notice.
off of my sheet, and I'm not going to realise. Stealth.
Is it a charismatic skill?
We were just talking about stealth.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're very stealthy with your horse, or horse-like animal.
Oh, and fighting. That's probably an important one.
Yeah.
As long as none of you are near me, I'm stealthy.
Wow.
Hey, actually, Dan hasn't told me what my exosuit does, so I don't know if I'm at negatives to stealth yet. Currently, I'm fine at stealth. I am just average person bad.
Oh god.
I am 9 feet tall, weigh 1,000 pounds, though, according to the sheet, so...
Right. We need to fucking put in the details of this weapon.
Yeah, so do I. Where do you put in weapon? Ah, there it is.
Weapons.
I found it.
Hang on, is this one yours?
Okay.
Has everyone bought food just to check our own and competence?
I do. I have 5 Either 5 or 10 rations. I put 5, but I don't know if that is the price or the units.
We're meant to take rations.
You're not.
We'll just eat you if all else fails.
Well, he doesn't eat.
Might be difficult.
Oh yeah, you're a robot!
If you find a way to eat him, I'll be impressed.
I mean, if you find a way to eat him, you deserve the meal.
No, I should clarify that. If you find a way to digest
I was about to say.
I'll be impressed.
I was about to say, that just sounds like a normal challenge for me.
We're gonna be from the same company, so I'm basically your babysitter.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, me and the construct.
Oh, right. You're probably
That's
also the
fine.
rest of our babysitter, to be honest.
I am not your babysitter. I don't care what happens to you.
That's probably a safe thing, considering that apparently both me and Tom have heroic.
Yep. I'm
Oh
looking with
no.
that.
The power armor guy and the guy on the horse just charge in, and everyone else is like, well, we're going.
Okay, so my plan here is to stay far, far back and watch you guys
Die
in
horribly.
combat.
Yes.
Far, far away. Also, I am on exactly the right amount of weight.
I have plenty spare, so...
I was basically going through, going like, how much can I fit on? Because I know, like, there is a chance of anything being useful.
Look, I perfectly spec'd it out so that all of my kit perfectly fits into my encumbrance, which means that when Dan inevitably shoots the horse creature, I have no problems just hauling my stuff.
Yep. Also,
I don't have to abandon my gear because the horse gets shot
Also-
immediately.
do you still have that weapon that if you're riding a size 2 or larger creature, you get a charge bonus, and I am actually qualified as that size of creature?
All melee weapons have that bonus.
So if anyone wants a bonus damage, sit on my shoulder, and I'll run it.
Unfortunately, I have a feeling that will make their melee attacks a lot less effective since you attack using the lowest of either your riding or fighting skill when you're on mount.
Alright.
I'm the only one who can get away with it because I actually have to have both of those skills.
To be fair, I have MacGyver, I can just get them both. Oh, I can only get one at a time, damn.
Do you have one of them and you can just bump the other one up?
Why would he have
Either.
anything useless?
I used to have driving, then I realised that I'd done a bunch of skills wrong, and... It was so... I can't remember, what was it? Oh, no, it wasn't that. I had to... I built a character that was obscene, and I didn't realise. So I just reset him.
What do you mean by obscene?
You don't want to know. Don't
I
ask.
mean,
Words-
I had to remind
Words
Dan
were
how
had
rules
about the
work.
race creation.
Yeah. Let's just go
Oh,
with
just
that.
why Dan asked me, how many stats did
Yes,
you on your
this
race?
was that
Should be
reason.
limited
Yes.
now.
This was that reason. I was at like 16.
Bane had like 10 points.
It was a lot. Wait a minute. Where is it? I have
hell.
it written down somewhere.
I ththought you were at 12. Like everyone
it
else
12?
was at 6, and he picked up 12.
It was 12 minus 10. Yeah.
It's what minus 10. Yeah. It was a lot. I remember that.
Like, that wouldn't be wrong if everybody was at 12 minus 10 and things changed to compensate, but just having one person does unbalance things.
Yeah.
I would have like not said anything, but it's your first time running Savage Worlds, and I didn't think you trying to MacGyver all of your monsters to try and fit that would be very helpful.
No, Alistair's the one with the Mother Guyver skill.
Yes, the only reason I said it was because Alistair just said it, and it just stuck in my head. Okay. Cool.
Well, you gotta get used to it.
Just don't. Just do nothing. Sit over there.
Just sit over there. A hammer doesn't have a rate of fire, does it? It's just...
No, it's not a gun.
I was
Guns
just-
have rate of fire. Nothing else does.
You don't know. It's the future. Have a good.
This hammer is also a gun. We're in Ruby now.
Or actually, if it's a hammer and it's a gun, we could be in Killing Floor.
Well, technically Bloodborne, actually.
Or Bloodborne, yeah, actually Bloodborne. I'm not putting my edges and hindrances into me thing because that'd take too long. I've got them on the other character sheet that I've got up.
Okay.
I just need to put in me toughness and
At least
parry.
just put the name of it in there, so then Dan can look it up.
That's a good call.
Just the name, like enemy
Yeah.
or scavenger, like just so he knows.
Yeah.
I'm doing this thing as quickly as I can.
Yeah, that's fine. As I say, I've been kind of assuming that this would be a slower one as we introduce things and do character sheets and stuff.
Yeah.
This is gonna be fun.
What the hell? Hey?
Yes, I'm going to just list all of my armor on this sheet.
Oh!
Look, I've finished listing my armor on this sheet.
Let me guess.
You
what's
have
there?
armor?
No, he doesn't.
No.
I have armor. Tom
I have armor.
Tom has
Why?
a
Armor.
Tom has a
Real
light.
talk. Why does the sniper have armor and you don't?
He has a horse and a lightsaber.
Okay.
Yeah, he bought a lightsaber instead of armor.
And I'm sat here going, okay, guys, do I just get a slightly better rifle and some armor, or do I buy a kick-ass laser sword? And they were like, you buy a kick-ass laser sword. And I'm like,
no.
Yeah.
I want to point out that the best armor I could find in the entire book had armor 6. That sword has AP 12. Because you
Yeah.
never know.
well, look, it's because there's the rules for stacking armor. How do I know I'm not going to come up against someone wearing that, like, you know, AP6 armor and 2 additional sets of that AP6 armor over the top of it?
Or AP6 armor and a bomb suit.
Yeah.
Oh
Or,
god.
as could be the case, what if I need to stab a tank?
Then it wouldn't work. It doesn't have the mega weapon rule that means it can hurt tanks.
What?
What if
Why
it's a
would you
really
need to
small
stab a
tank?
If it doesn't have the heavy, what is it? Heavy armor? It's something like that.
Heavy. It's just the heavy
It's just
tag
heavy?
on
Okay.
the weapon. In order to hurt vehicles and things of a certain size, you basically need the heavy tag on your weapon. Or presumably to do cold shots in such a way as the GM is like, all right, take like a -6, but shoot in, like, you know, the fuel tank.
How do I roll damage through this character sheet?
Magically.
Wait, you
I'm
won't actually
guessing
roll
you
attacks in the
attack with a
first place?
shooting. And then how damage work?
There's a thing at the top that has damage written on it.
Yeah, you can just type in whatever your thing is there, like say it was strength plus
Oh,
D4
nice.
would be like
At the top?
Yeah, so you
Blind.
type into the top there. So what's my strength again?
I'm pressing the. Oh wait, there it is. Did that work? Nope.
What does the raise calculator button do? Nothing.
Right, I need to do my fucking.
How did you do that?
How did I roll 2d60 and got a 10?
You rolled very badly. But how did you get 2d60 outright?
no. That's
I'll just put in random
2d6
numbers.
exclamation mark 0.
Oh right.
Okay, so it failed calculating my 2d60.
He just said no. Fuck off. How do you actually roll damage? Because mine is just not working. Like, what's the
You
button?
type it in and then you click where it
There's a
says-
button. If you look at the top right under character sheet, there's a field you can type your damage dice into, and then there's a button next to it that says the word damage.
Yeah, I'm pressing it and it's not working.
Hit roll to the right of it once you've selected damage.
I may be able to just click damage and it does it.
It might as well even let me highlight them. Is my character sheet broken?
What browser are you in?
Chrome.
Who knows?
Yeah, that's fine.
hang on, Bane. You are this.
Yeah.
Right, that's not quite how that works. Maybe if I do this.
Works fine when I rolled yours.
What the fuck? I can't roll my own damage!
Beautiful.
Did get an 18 though. Wait, how did I get Oh, Oh, the ten
exploding
exploded.
dice.
I literally didn't see the 3 in the original.
Yeah, so
No,
like
the
on my
damage
last damage
dice
roll,
also
so it does
explode.
look like it also does multi-explosions correctly. So if you look at my last damage roll, I rolled a 1 and a 6, and then I obviously re-rolled that 6 into 6, and then I re-rolled that 6 into a 1.
Perfectly balanced. Jesus.
Remember, kids, exploding dice means that anything can hurt anyone.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
I'm
The good
currently
old-
looking for art and the scientist, and a lot of these I want to do, but they are so bad as well.
Well, I'm just gonna ask people to say like an R in the Roll20 chat once they have the sheet filled out, so that we know who we're waiting for.
I'm just double checking,
Um,
triple checking.
Don't do that.
Do you care if my gear is not currently listed on there? Like, as in just like my random stuff that I have in my inventory?
No, that's fine.
Okay, in that case.
Okay. Wait, what the fuck
Oh
was
god, that
is
art's even worse, but it's turned into a square.
I completely missed what soak is.
Soak rolls, you can spend a Benny when you would take a wound to roll your vigor.
Okay.
When you roll your vigor, if you get above a 4, you negate one of the wounds you would suffer from whatever just hit you. If you roll an 8, which is a raise, you would negate 2 wounds. 12, you negate 3 wounds, etc.
Okay.
But you have to spend a Benny to even make that check. Unless Dan contradicts me, I assume everyone's going to be starting with 3 bennies a session. Cool.
Yeah, that's fine.
Unless you have the
unless
luck
someone has
edge.
the traits or the unlucky edge.
Yeah.
Hindrance. Unlucky
Hindrance
is a
is
hindrance.
unlucky.
The lucky is the edge.
Unfortunately, Jace, that does mean you have to get rid of your note that says Benny's no because you don't like the abbreviation.
I hate the abbreviation. It sounds so stupid.
What?
You carrying any bennies, lad? Oh.
What do you want them to be called? You can name them anything. It doesn't matter.
Luck points!
Anything but bennies. You could call them ham and I'd be happy, but bennies is stupid.
Bacon. Call him bacon. That's appropriate.
Power of ham, it
Look.
compels us.
Look, but just think how cool the silent movie will be when you pick the hill that you die on.
I think I just did, and it's that bennies is stupid.
Look, you can't die on the Benny Hill. It's wrong for all the family.
You can run like hell on it, though.
I can't believe you've done this, except that's a lie. I can absolutely believe you've done this.
Yeah, but
I'm surprised I didn't see that coming at all. Exactly the type of joke I'd make.
Okay. Right, I think I'm good. Right. I am ready to destroy the universe.
Oh, I forgot I had a phobia of solar panels in the solar.
oh yeah, I forgot
Wait,
about that
what?
too. Yeah,
Wait.
a mechanic's scared of solar panels.
What?
Did you turn your hand on one of them when you were a little baby, man?
I have clarified that I'm scared of working on solar panels. So it's not just I walk past a solar farm and
Pass
Oh,
out.
fuck. It's a solar panel.
That's not that much better, considering that Oh god, this party's gonna fucking detonate.
We are so fucked. It's gonna be great.
It's fine. I am a robot that is literally incapable of damaging things. This will be fine.
Don't know. You are very
Sorry.
capable. You are very capable of damaging things. How heavy
No,
are
he's not. He's...
How-
Oh, right.
You fucking robot.
If anyone's more useless than me, I'll be shocked.
I know what I'm not useless.
I have one use. You can hide behind me.
That's Jason's use as well.
Hey!
Alright.
I'm just not particular. I'm not like really big though, so you're probably better at it than me.
Yeah,
Is there
but
any in this
Bane-
party?
Bane doesn't have a big shield.
I have I have my body. Is all I have.
Is there anyone in this party that has a purpose other than myself, who shoots things from far away, and Tom, who's the only person with a charisma score?
I have a purpose.
I have a sledgehammer.
I have a medical kit.
I have a sledgehammer and a lot of toughness. So I have that. And I'm a pack
I'm
mule.
basically a rogue.
Oh, nice.
Are
Not
you a
joking.
medical droid?
Yes, he is.
I'm just a medical droid in this.
Is
Are
your
you-
name Doc?
Are you a
If it
not.
says-
Are you a floating
says here,
football?
He's a medical droid who will not do any violence on anyone.
Is
Yeah,
that
it's fine.
is
It's totally original character.
Question-
What do you want to
question? Is that won't do any violence on anyone in quotation marks like Doc was, or is it
I'm physically incapable.
right? Okay.
Okay.
Well, any sapient being.
Oh,
Yeah,
so you
I
can
guess.
beat the shit out of like someone's pet.
Yeah,
I could pile drive a dog. Yeah.
you could use a guinea pig at a wall and not feel a thing.
Why did you go straight to pile driving?
Because that's the
Is that
most
not- is that
direct.
not your go-to move when you fight?
No, it's the rock.
No!
The rock bottom is Saoirse's preferred move. Okay.
Fucking rude.
No, that's not how I set my profile picture as my character avatar, but good enough.
I'm going with mine.
Horse. Why is there a horse?
Wait, is someone playing a horse?
Tom is apparently playing. Oh, I found why mine wasn't working. By the way, it had come up with an input value separately, and I now can't get rid of it.
Yeah.
You
just
probably opened a bunch of them and keep it enclosed.
There we go.
How many of these did I open? Okay, these guys are someone to look at the my stream, by the way, because this is hilarious.
Oh god, what's going on?
Look,
Okay,
What's
we've...
going on is a cunning ploy to get his viewer numbers up.
Now, I fixed it. I fixed it. But there are still just input values, slightly transparent, floating around the screen now.
Well, I mean, I've now got an ad running for your stream, so I'm giving you money. Congratulations.
My version of your stream crashed, so I've had to watch 2 ads. What the fuck is this bullshit?
This is your real plan.
Thank you for the money, everybody!
Take my 2p.
But yeah,
that's optimistic.
yeah, that's very optimistic.
Anyway, but yeah, to answer the question of who's playing a horse, I'd just like you to know my edge list is made up of Beastmaster, the Beastmaster, and my 4th perk is Beastmaster.
Oh.
He basically took like no hindrance
Thank
to
you for
get
the
up
100
Beastmaster.
bits, buddy.
Season 2.
My entire build is that I own an animal.
Why do you need 4
God.
Beastmasters?
Because it upgrades the beast.
Because, yeah, so the first time you take it, you're allowed a creature of size 0. Every additional time you take it, you're allowed to increase the size category by 1.
Oh my god.
It takes 3 copies of the perk to get high enough that you can own a horse or horse-sized creature. And if you go 1 higher, you can qualify for a warhorse.
Yeah.
Um,
And these are edges.
Yeah!
Yep, this is a full-on. My entire character is sunk costed into I own an animal.
I feel like that's been badly designed as well.
The one advantage is when your animal inevitably gets shot by a rail cannon, you do just find another random, like, armadillo in the waist, which is big enough to
I
ride.
could, in theory, have just bought one for an exorbitant price. However, this way I can get more of them when they inevitably explode.
So what you're saying is you get a horse, sell it, get a new horse, sell that.
It also means
Unlimited horse work.
it also means we have.
Economy.
It means technically we have unlimited food.
What you are talking about is the Wild West,
Yeah.
where that's
So-
what they did.
Also, considering that this isn't a game with a super high amount of vehicles, Tom is winning with horsepower.
We're just able to generate horses, is my understanding.
Unlimited horses?
I wouldn't call one horse every D4 days unlimited.
That's
I
a
mean-
good amount of food, though. We can live on
mean-
that.
If you live forever, it's unlimited.
I mean, how many people can a horse feed for 4 days?
Well, we've got a robot, so that's one clear already.
Look, I just need to make a note here that as much as if I live forever, it's unlimited horses. Bearing in mind I don't wear any armor, I'm expecting my lifespan to be about 2 horses.
That's pretty generous. You expect you'll get to that second horse?
Well, I think the first one will die. I'm gonna roll a 1 on the D4 for how long it takes me to rustle up another horse. I'll get the second horse, and then I'll get I'll fall off it and die. But we're gonna roll the damage dice for me getting hit by an attack on horseback. It's gonna be enough to shake me and therefore knock me off the horse, and then I'm just gonna break my neck. That'll be it.
It's gonna be like when there's no possible logical way for a horse to spawn somewhere nearby other than for it to fall down on top of
It
you.
just falls out of the sky.
We're going to be Witcher.
Oh my
and
God.
There's going to be a horse on a roof. And we're just
Yeah.
oh, there it is.
Tom just needs
Yes.
to whistle and the horse spawns.
There's some fucking bandits or marauders or whatever just fucking launching horses because they've lost their minds from the wasteland, and it's just gonna fucking land nearby, and the thing is going to be, this is your horse for this 1d4 days, save it, or you roll again.
Oh god, it's just it's got no legs at all. It's got no legs, a broken back, and that's your horse. You can't even say it to the glue factory. They're not anything to make it out.
I will settle for a snake horse.
A snorse! It's a snorse!
No, Snorse is like the mythology that had like Odin and shit.
Is it still a horse if it's dead?
Is a snake horse what you get if a centaur fucks a naga?
Oh my
Maybe.
God.
Actually,
no.
is a snake horse just a seahorse?
Right.
Oh, a Snorse is the mythology of Norse mythology if it was written by Jormungandr.
Everything's a snake. Thor was a snake. Odin's a snake. The birds are a snake.
Oh god.
Jormungandr's the only thing in there that's not a snake.
For reasons no one understands.
Right, so the question is, if a centaur and a naga get together, which of their 2 children is scarier? The snake horse or the human?
No, I think what about the one? I just realised there's 2 versions of that snake horse as well. There's the 4 horse legs with a snake head, and then there's just the horse head on a big fucking snake.
No. Hear me out. What if the horse's legs are just replaced by individual snake tails?
I think I've seen that.
Horse juicer?
Horse juicer. We haven't even started yet, and this is amazing.
What the fuck have we agreed to? What have we set up?
What do you mean agreed to? What have we caused?
This is our fault.
Oh yeah, that reminds me, Dan, at some point I need somewhere to put, like, horse stats.
Sure.
Okay.
I've just opened the character sheets thing and seen your fucking horse profile picture.
Breathe.
Look, that's all my character is.
He's the horse. He's the horse guy.
Okay, it's not letting me, by the way, input that I have an armor value, so I'm just going to put Yes, I have 14. 6 of that is bulletproof armor. The rest of it is my actual body.
Attack bet, have horse.
All of you to assume that the giant monsters will have guns.
I mean, apparently everything that's not explicitly in the book a laser weapon is a gun.
Follow-up question.
This knife is a gun.
Did you create me custom horse stats, or am I just going with the war horse stats?
Just go with the war stats, it's fine.
Cool.
This is where we find out that warhorse stats make it the most powerful creature in this entire world.
I wonder how horrifically mutated your horses on the that you get on the outside are gonna be.
It might not even be a horse. It's gonna be like an armadillo or like a very large rat or something like that.
It's just a large amount of creatures that are vaguely horse in shape.
I mean,
it's just some very large crazy guy on four who goes out on all fours.
So, I'm just imagining the fucking Kriegsman horses.
Not gonna lie, we realised that Tom essentially had built a Kriegsman because don't you have like extremely loyal, fanatical, heroic as your downsides?
Hang on, where have my hindrances gone?
Or something like.
There we go. I'm slow. I'm code of honor. I'm loyal. I'm heroic, and I own a horse, a gas mask, and a bayonet.
No, you're not a Kriegsman.
You don't have a shovel.
You didn't mention your shovel.
Oh, I do have a shovel.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
That's what I remember. Originally, there was a shovel involved.
But you didn't go out of your way to mention the shovel, which is the problem.
It goes without saying. They're a Kriegsman. It's like saying that they have hands. Of course they have a shovel.
Yes, the shovel is your hands.
Have you seen that video, by the way, of the Kriegsman, like, disemboweling an orc with a shovel? It's kind of awesome.
No, I haven't. All I know is that I really, really want a, Warhammer 40k novel that takes the meme version of the Kriegsman and makes it, like, you've got a Cadian or Catachan, main character that's a straight man, and then you've got...
Not a Catachan, then.
Zealotous Kriegsman. Who is, for reasons that I have not figured out, is invaluable to the plot. They have to get to the endpoint alive. But the majority of the book is making sure that they don't just throw themselves face first into the first bullet that comes anywhere near them.
I'm not gonna lie, if I'd have recorded it, that was essentially the campaign in Wrath and Glory that we did with Rob, where it was Jem as the Sister of Battle, me, Tom, and Tim all as Imperial Guardsmen.
We all had the get out of the way, sir, ability.
Yeah.
And I had the ability that gives me extra minions, so I had 6 people willing to jump in front of me.
The first
quite often pushing each other out of the way to do so.
The first bullet fired had me and Tim arguing as which one is gonna take the bullet. Genuinely happened.
Feels good.
Shane, is your character sheet done?
I'm just looking through to check if there's anything that needs putting in that I'm missing. I think I'm good. I'm not putting in my normal gear again for the same reason, but...
Dan, I just need to make a note. My horse has a better notice score than I do.
Yep.
I'm just envisioning your horse to be like the greater Nuggalope from Dragon Age.
I'm expecting one...
Nug.
I'm expecting...
King Nug, yeah.
I'm expecting one of those horses from, Avatar. You know, the ones with tentacles, faces that doesn't actually have a mouth?
No, I'm now just thinking about naked mole horses.
Yeah! You've got one of those You've got one of those Skaven, brood horrors. It's just a very large naked rat that just wiggles along the ground very quickly. Okay.
I should probably just... Oh no, because that'll do weird things to the... Okay, there we go. I was like, I should just fill in all the wound boxes because the horse only has 1 wound.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh wait, no, it'll probably factor in wound modifiers to rolls if I do that.
It's letting me roll damage now, so I'm good.
Oh, it has a parallel. I can put my elaborate saddle on my horse's character sheet.
Oh god, I thought you were just gonna put that on yourself then, I was concerned.
No.
See, that's the secret Tom isn't playing the human, he's
Tom
playing
is-
the horse, and
He's
he
a
changes
horse.
human every
It's
like, 4 days.
just a really super
And
intelligent
his animal
horse.
companion's just a dude named Gary.
Yeah, it's basically just a puppet. Speaks on behalf of the horse. The horse telekinetically tells him what to say and what to do.
I speak on behalf of the horse.
The horse says nay.
We haven't even started.
We haven't.
Oh,
We're 50.
yeah, guys, we need to stop horsing around.
Oh my fucking god.
You know what? I'm out. Like we got this far. Well done, everyone.
Congratulations, new record. We'll try again next week.
Further than I thought we'd go, damn it!
Dan's first TPK by suicide.
This is by the GM, so it's... Oh. Oh, the
On
cops!
the D&D game, I keep getting threatened with pun damage, but I didn't think it would be literally us getting damaged.
Also, by the way, I literally just heard sirens going off. I think they know about us, guys. I think they can hear the puns.
What did you do this
The
time?
fun police. Gonna be subjected to cruel and unusual punishment.
That's awful.
This is cruel and unusual
That was
punishment.
so bad, Jay. You
See-
bastard.
Here's my brother Jem. I don't know why you didn't expect this.
I did. I just thought that like they'd pretend.
Well,
for,
at
like,
least
half
mine
a
would be
minute.
decent.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. Well, no. Here's the thing. Like with you, Jamie and Dan, we need someone to pick up the slack. Because you're going to be focused on, delivering a good story. We need someone to just be a complete fucking pun lord.
If you think Dan won't change the plot to fit in just a single pun in, you are sorely mistaken.
Oh, that happened like at least 2 occasions in the Ravnica campaign that something was specifically there because of the pun, and we all went, "You son of a bitch, Dan."
It's just the moment of you come upon a warehouse. Oh, is that a house that changes the full moon? It's just like it is now.
Ow.
It is now.
He's wearing a gazebo. Explain.
Oh, Christ on a bicycle.
That's what Tom's next animal companion is. Christ on a bicycle.
Christ, Jesus.
Am I right to ask? Are we waiting for something in particular, or?
Just wanted to make sure that the character sheets were filled in.
Oh,
Okay, mine are.
I was gonna wait till we'd started and do it during because
Oh yeah,
it's gonna
sure.
take a while.
Yeah, that's fine. Right. In that case, we can make an actual start.
Yeah.
That'll be 45 minutes in.
Yeah, 45 minutes in, we can start.
Yeah. So obviously you've had the static document, but on account of us being on stream, I'll go over it quickly again. In that, a decent number of years ago, something went wrong with nuclear facilities across the world. There was a manufacturing error that caused just a series of cascading failures, and they tended to go into meltdown one after the other. One city in particular didn't have as many and had just enough forewarning to set up protections against like the fallout and radiation. And they set up what's colloquially known as the dome. A large glass dome of leaded glass to protect the inside from the radiation, while they vented all of the waste and radiation building up in the reactors nearby into the large cavern networks underneath the region. In the times since, reclaiming as a profession has come about, because it turns out when your civilization is trapped in a large glass dome, there are things you can't make. Like, you can't go digging because the underground's irradiated, which means that you need people to bring back like your heavy metals and your other resources that you can't just produce for yourself. Particularly like your more esoteric stuff. So yeah, like reclaiming came about as a career of where people head out from the dome in like small groups and they bring back what's needed. You as a group you might not have been working together long. It might be that you've just come together for this one job, but you are out in the wasteland, you're out in the Cascade looking for something. You headed out on a lead that there was a laboratory with some decent stocks of rare earth metals, but it seemed to have already been looted by the time you got there. As you've now been out in the Cascade for a few weeks, you're on your way back relatively low on your rations. And you have been hiding the past day and a half or so from a dust storm that's been ravaging the area around you, which has fortunately started to let up.
Okay.
Well, so with the dust storm letting up, you think you can probably head out from the building that you have been taking shelter in. You're probably only a couple of days out from the dome again at this point.
Not too much of a distance to worry about, though.
For practicality reasons, is it worthwhile introducing each of our characters?
Yep,
Probably
sure.
good, but
I guess I volunteered myself there.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah, well volunteered.
Right, so my character is called Volvis. He is effectively a scientist, or that's what he tells you he is. And he's been useful in this mission so far because he's quite adaptable in anything that no one else can do. He seems to be able to pick up somewhat competently. And half the time as he's travelling around, you see he's fiddling with random shit and just randomly brings out stuff that looks like it's glued or stapled together. And he sounds like he's very confident that its function does something. Whether you believe that or not is up to you. On looks wise, he's wears a tacky, dirty lab coat that's more brown than white. And his hair is half stuck together and half like just all over the place, but not quite Einstein level. To be fair, the random icon I found is actually quite well to what I've described him as. However, I'll say he has blonde hair instead of the brown in the map. And that's about it.
Okay.
Who would
So-
like to go?
I guess I can take the next.
You can take the reins.
Yeah, I'll take the reins on this. I'll take the reins on this one. So, I am fairly short of stature kind of fella, but very rarely walking on foot alongside you guys, since I have a fine, not at all genetically mutated horse that has gotten used to living out in the wastes with me. The horse, of course, having its nice elaborate saddle,
Of course.
its proper, coverings. It's got its, colour of arms on it. I go by Sergeant Steele, or sometimes just Steele to people that he doesn't think need to care about rank. He inherited his rank, as all people in the military apparently do, from those that have passed it down over the years. He has a very strong, proud military tradition, and they definitely know what they're talking about. He wears a sort of greyish blue long greatcoat, covering most of his body. Since we're coming out of the dust storm, he's presumably also got his sort of goggles and gas mask on to protect from the sand. Fairly stout riding boots. Bearing a fairly short issue rifle with the nice little bayonet locking lugs on. Bayonet not kept too far from it if it's not attached to it. With a little sort of sword holster on the hip. where he keeps his seemingly missing its blade saber. I think that's what Bear's mentioning with him, at least. I think the laughing person should go next.
Okay. I am Corporal Jax Morgan. I didn't inherit my title, I actually got it.
Oh, I outrank you. Good job.
You outrank me in a different military, congratulations. I'm from the Sentinels, which are basically kind of fuse the judges from Judge Dredd with the Brotherhood of Steel. You probably get them. They're basically like raised from birth to be soldiers, and they are quite big usually. And Jax is quite big by their standards. He's 9 feet tall, so he's very big, because that's what one of the upgrades I needed to make my build work required me to take a size increase. I'm not going to complain. But he's pretty much always, whenever he's not like cleaning it, wearing this very large suit of very nice armor. Essentially, it's the standard uniform, but it's like very high-tech armor, and he's got an exosuit. I don't have any stats for the exosuit because Dan's not told me the stats for an exosuit yet, but it does something.
I want to see how it runs before. I don't want to tweak it too far in either direction.
Yeah, he has an exosuit. When he takes his helmet off to basically clean it and do maintenance, he's quite young. He's got short, like, cropped military black hair, bright blue eyes, very honest features. He doesn't basically hide, whenever he's got his helmet off, if anyone speaks to him, he doesn't hide his expression at all, because he's used to wearing the helmet all the time. And yeah, he also carries a very, very large sledgehammer with him. And that's basically him.
I can go next if you want.
Sure.
So my character is called Opal. She is a professional reclaimer from Starpoint Industries. She doesn't really talk much or talk about herself or talk about the work, really. She just kind of gets on with it. It seems to be, from what you've seen of how she does things, she seems to know her way around the storm. She seems to know how to survive out here without too many issues. Probably has been out here quite a lot. Very good at eliminating people when she has to. Otherwise, she has a small arms that's usually her go-to. She usually wears a big, long coat that is supposed to be brown. And it is brown in a dust storm as well. But underneath the big, long coat and kind of like scarf that also covers her face, she has battle armor underneath as well. That's extremely expensive and high-tech.
Oh yeah, it is.
Which kind of doesn't look right with the rough overlook.
Opal sounds incredibly competent for our party.
Wait for it.
Yeah, give her a minute. Where's the downside? Does she have no arms? What's...
Oh, no, I've got no downside. So we've still got some more people to go through. That's it.
Right. I guess that's me next one, because I don't think there's anyone else left.
Yep, go for it, Toaster.
Right. I mean, yeah. So I'm playing a robot. Visual description, Pathfinder from Apex, like that, but with, maybe like a solar panel somewhere on there, like Wally.
Give me a second, I'm googling Pathfinder.
I'm about to say
that
all of us just have to Google that 1 second.
Great, cool.
One moment, I'll find the picture, I'll put it up on...
We're not down and hip with this.
We're not down hip with the kids, we're old at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
That's
a cool.
good.
Oh,
He's,
you're
yeah, he has the little screen that has the smiley face and everything.
you
What
what?
do you respond to?
Look, it's fun. You're like Claptrap.
Oh,
I was
all
about,
right.
I was about to say you're claptrap
Yeah,
with
yeah.
legs.
Yeah, so name wise, he's sort of a prototype, so they just called him Test Bed.
Test bed.
Yeah, he's not actually got a name. Like the first time he introduced himself to like the group, he was like, "Hello, I am Test Bed, but you can call me Error. Name not found."
Error. Got it.
So.
I'm also babysitting him.
Okay, good.
Why are you with us?
Look, he's probably got
Oh, yeah.
some solar panels
He's-
somewhere in that chassis if you're not
He's
careful.
he's here because he knows medicine. He's here to just make your life generally better. He can do the medicine. He has a shield so that your squishy flesh bodies don't get hurt.
I'm really.
He doesn't
He
eat
concerned
food.
about your medicine.
He can technically carry things.
I'm really sad I picked a two-handed weapon now, because if not, I could just pick you up in one hand and use you as a shield.
I've said it before at other things. Please don't use your doctor as a shield.
They've got a shield though.
Again.
I'm also a doctor.
Again.
We don't need two.
We're also a little bit of a jack of all trades because they've got like little programs they can apply to the situation.
Oh, cool.
So.
Yeah, go on, Sertian.
So, if Gem's character is very high-tech and sophisticated, Hayley Kane is not. She's got hand-me-down flak jacket and camo fatigues that have clearly been repaired over many generations. The newest thing she has seems to be the gun that she carries, which is, weirdly enough, somehow a lever-action soul beam rifle.
Which hilariously counts as ballistic, weirdly enough. Yeah.
Which she never leaves her side. She has not put it down once. She also hasn't said a word to any of you. Not for lack of, being socially present, but rather she has spoken exclusively in sign language, effectively. Weird post-apocalyptic sign language, but sign language nonetheless.
I'm not gonna lie. I briefly thought you were gonna say in writing and was horrified because I'm illiterate.
However, as I don't know if any of you actually speak that language,
Nope.
it would probably, anything that was actually communicated with you would have had to be in writing.
I just assume what your
sure-
gestures mean and just
I'm
go
sure
from
we'll
there.
I'm sure we're kind of getting to grasp with it as we go.
No, we're just horrifically misinterpreting.
You know,
She's going like,
Look,
they're round
I'm
that
sure-
corner, and we're going, right, the coast is clear.
I'm sure by this point, after several mishaps, you've probably worked out the difference between "oh God, help" and "everything's fine."
Probably, possibly. There's rules for that. It's a whole thing.
This isn't time for dinner, Heather. God. We're in the middle of a gunfight. Why are you asking about soup?
I should quickly add for my character, I'm wearing really thick sunglasses shades. That would look cool on a normal person, but look completely outside on me.
Just for Hayley, did you say, Saoirse?
Yes.
Just for Hayley. So we understand that you know what we're saying, but we just can't understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Basically.
Right. Yeah. So you've shown that she's recognised what we're saying. It's not like
she's not being like the edgy, socially distant, brooding person. She's there. She's listening and she's trying to interact. But a method of interaction is a language you do not speak.
Fair.
Effectively.
Alistair, I've just
Don't call me
clocked
out like that.
what character you're playing. You're bloody Dr. Fantastic from Fallout, aren't you?
Not planned.
You've got the sunglasses on.
Yeah,
you've got
actually!
a lab coat, you have no idea what you're talking about.
We've got various post-apocalyptic tropes here.
I mean, that makes sense. It is a post-apocalyptic game.
It
The best
does.
part is I've never actually played New Vegas, so
Me
I've
neither.
played like 10 minutes of New Vegas.
Alright, now,
It's one of the better Fallouts.
now we know who each other vaguely are.
Oh yeah, Sentinels are like...
What are we gonna do?
By the way, for Jax as well, Sentinels are like suspicious as fuck by most people because they're basically like the judges. So they just go around and go, "You're breaking the law," and then just murder the person. So...
Good. Anyway, I think on the topic of what we're doing, I believe we need to rock out and start moving back towards the city.
Yep.
how far out were we?
2 days? Give or take. Maybe less if I leave you guys behind.
6 of us can fit on your horse.
Yeah, I'm sure I can fit on that horse. I weigh more than it.
It's fine. The horse can fit on you.
There are 6 people riding a horse that's riding the soldier.
Dan?
Hmm?
So is the dust storm gone low enough that I would know as well that it was reasonable?
Yeah.
Like, it's totally safe?
Yeah.
Okay. We start Well, I start walking.
Yeah, I'll
I
start
assume
one.
we...
I'll...
I never walk.
Yeah, you barely can.
Walk.
I'll look around as we're leaving the building to make sure we're not about to be immediately ambushed.
Yeah.
Look, the dust storm's just settling down. If they're immediately ambushing us, they've worked hard for it.
Yeah, that's the ones you have to be worried about.
They're probably dead by now if they've been out there.
Probably, but still.
That's the
Maybe
case.
just
And
15
you're... Note. Yeah, do you want to roll notice then?
Okay, how do I actually roll on this for that?
You click where it says notice.
Oh, you just click the actual name.
Yeah.
Cool.
Does it auto do the d6? It
Does.
It does.
Join in on that.
3.
This works.
I'm doing that right, right?
Yeah. Well,
Cool.
number 3, you don't really know what you'd be looking for here. Like, a lot of the signs that you would look for would have been covered up by the dust storm, so you aren't familiar enough to know what to look for.
Yep. I don't see anyone standing there with a gun pointed at us, so we're good.
No.
Yeah, coast clear. And so we ride.
We should make haste before the storm comes back.
Yep.
So we walk
We should have a few
Very-
hours.
very slowly.
So you walk.
Just realised I'm gonna have to be.
Sometimes drove.
I'm gonna
And
have to
at
be
night,
using.
And
Oh, I have to
occasionally,
use the
we
slide,
even
aren't I?
desert beaches. I'm glad Jason got the reference.
Alright, move on. Let us go.
Yeah.
Let
We are
us,
going.
let us depart.
Yeah, you just make your way out from your shelter, largely picking your way through the abandoned buildings. Few of them have collapsed into the streets just from age and disrepair, so you'll have some rubble to climb over.
Okay.
But your actual travel is largely uneventful. A lot of the wildlife that you would expect to encounter here is more the type to move away from like a large group of people like this, particularly with the loud clanking of Bane's armor.
Blessing and a curse.
You don't see any signs of people on your way back.
Good.
you do bump bump through a few buildings that might be worth taking a look into. Largely, essentially your tourist directory spots, like places that prior to the Cascade people would have gone to find out where is interesting to go.
I mean, maps are always useful.
Yeah, maps useful. Like a lot of times you can find essentially the brochures for suggested trips that people would have taken, which can lead to some decent hauls if nobody's got there first.
I'm up for a brief diversion if everyone else is.
Yeah, sure.
You've got time?
Do we have enough food and resources to do so?
We're what, a day and a half out at this point?
Yeah.
I've got 3 days worth on me.
Yeah, I've got 5 at least.
I do not eat.
I've got 5.
Well done, Era.
So yeah, we've got at least a spare day's worth. Not worth
Alright.
at least popping in.
But if it takes longer than a day, we head back.
Yeah.
If it takes longer than a day, we have problems.
Mm.
We can make that. So, we follow the map.
Yeah, essentially, it's a case of having a look around to see if there's any leads you can find along the brochures, or if you can find any maps that are still fairly accurate to the area.
Okay.
Yep.
So, common knowledge?
Yeah. Common knowledge works.
I have common knowledge.
We all have common
Everyone
knowledge.
does.
No, I have very good common knowledge.
Is
Hi,
everyone
Farron.
rolling this, or is it just a couple of
I'm
people?
fine for everybody's roll.
Okay.
I'm tempted not
Those
to.
are numbers.
Wait, what?
It's
Oh.
okay, as long as you don't get snake eyes, it's okay.
Why is that a 16?
Exploding
Arrow
dice.
exploding dice.
Oh my god.
Yeah, 6 into a 6 into a 4. Yeah.
Holy shit.
So,
The target number is always 4 unless you specify otherwise.
6 is
I
fine.
know.
Really did terribly.
in that case,
And then every
Yeah, you
4
did.
above it is a raise.
You nearly crit failed.
So it's 3 raises?
It's because I
Bane-
can't blink and I have sand on my screen.
yeah, so Bane and Jason don't find anything.
Oh, I even passed.
So, sorry, I'm looking at your notice check.
Oh yeah. No, mine's not the notice check. Mine's the bottom one.
It was
Mine's a 6.
Jason and Gemma didn't find anything.
Yep.
Bane and Techbat, you just don't find much. You just find you just find a small brochure that might be decent for metal. Old art gallery, possibly some sculptures there that could be worth salvaging the metal from.
Yeah, seems reasonable.
Makes sense.
With a raise,
3 raises.
With 3.
Alistair first.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, the 9. Yeah.
I got a 9. That's meant to be high, but not to some people.
Yeah, not to a 16.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Savage Worlds operates on 4 as the target. You've got 4 over it, so that's 1 raise. So you would manage to find, essentially, you managed to find a map of the area that seems fairly accurate from what you've seen.
Brilliant.
With some time to have a look properly, you might be able to identify a few decent buildings from it, but you're not sure you'd have time to do that on the amount of rations you've currently got. Could make for a decent trip in the future.
Perfect.
Thing for note.
And the 16?
Yeah, it's actually, I'm
And
trying to think.
the triple
I'm trying to
the
think how what works for 3 raises.
You find a working tank
Only.
with a full tank of gas and 17 shells.
Fine, God.
I mean, maybe a set of keys and an address.
Maybe, yeah. It's something good.
We're in a tourist area.
The treasure was
Oh,
the friends you made along the way.
Like a hotel. A hotel with a set of keys or something like that. That's not terrible.
Yeah. I thinking you would get an address. I'm just trying to think what makes sense.
123 Treasure Street line.
Gold found here, Lane.
123,
The
definitely
bank.
not a trapped hotel.
Hey, I know what you can find. You would find, tucked into a box with a faded label that says "Lost and Found," an electronic fob labeled with the address of like the local university.
Ooh.
Mm.
Shall I turn it over a
That's-
couple times in her hands and then hand it out to whoever's closest?
Please make it be
Oh,
me. Please make
what?
it be me.
That's probably worth a journey unto itself.
I checked the map. Do I see a university on it?
Yeah, your map. You can see the campus has got a few buildings, but they're all fairly clustered up.
How long is it away from our current location?
On foot, picking through like the rubble and dangerous streets, and like, keeping an eye out. Probably a couple of hours.
Well, it looks like the university's in a day's journey, if not a couple of hours. I say we give it a visit. Do you know what building that's for?
She shakes her head.
I mean,
we have plenty of time, and we'll be able to try all the buildings if they're close together.
Mm-hmm.
Can I have a quick look? Maybe I can tell.
assuming any of it's still online.
Be surprised.
So do you give me the keys to have a look at, Saoirse?
Yeah.
I'll take a look at them and I'll, if need be, I'll take them somewhat apart, and I'm just trying to look for any.
Please don't break our key 2 seconds in.
It's fine.
I'm going
We've
to try and
got
have
a
a
hammer.
look at if there's any sign or like what building it's for, like what department it's for, or what door it could potentially open. Does that need a roll?
Given that you've got the map, if you just sit there for a while and you look through, trying to make sure you get the address compared, you think it's probably the science department.
Ooh.
Okay. I think it's the science department, so let's head to that building, which is
That way.
that way, I think. Looking at the map. I'm not the best at navigation. Maybe someone else take this map.
I can't read it.
Oh, give me it.
I give you a
take
map.
the map.
By the way, it doesn't literate. I know I can't read the words on the map. Can I navigate? Can I use maps at all?
I just don't want you to touch it, personally.
Do you know what grid lines are? Or coordinates?
I'm asking.
Like, they're gonna shoot at him first. I don't want our map being exploded.
Yeah. Good, alright.
Yeah,
You
Anyway.
have clever ideas.
I'm happy with this.
What would I roll for that? Because I don't think there is navigation.
Survival?
Survival,
Yeah, I would have said
probably.
survival. but-
Yeah, survival works.
Oh, thank God I didn't roll for that.
I did not have bad survival.
Hey.
11. Ah, yes, when you roll a d4 and you get an 11. The classic.
It's a d6, but
Oh, is it?
yeah, that was the d6. Is that not the d6?
that's the
That's-
D4.
It's a d4.
Oh. Fair enough.
D6 is the diamond.
Wow. I'm just good at this.
Yeah. You do it with your actual skill, not with luck, I mean.
So what was it you were looking for? Was it navigation?
Yeah, I want to. What's the route to the university? Is there any places that I look at the map and go, I know that that's a death trap? I know that something like that will probably be desert. You know what I mean? Like places where scouts would want to hide out. Like, you know what I mean? That's what I'm kind
Yeah.
of looking at. Like a safe path, not just a path.
Not through
So-
the Deathclaw nest.
Yeah. So looking at it, you can see that there's a couple routes you can take, but on that raise, you would be able to eliminate at least two or three of them off the bat. Be it because you know that the wildlife there is particularly aggressive, or that the shape of like the buildings, like the bridges and that around, makes it a perfect spot for an ambush. So you reckon that there's one fairly safe route through? The most you'd probably bump into is a couple dogs. Or, well, what's left of dogs.
Right, I begin to lead the way.
Okay, I follow.
Have your weapons ready. There's probably going to be a little bit of wildlife.
Always do.
Robot is legally not allowed weapons.
Not you, Era.
You'll be fine, Aaron. Just hide behind me or the horse, probably. Or whatever the hell that thing is.
Or just your shield.
I do have a big shield.
Yeah, use that.
So
And if
anyways,
push comes to shove, maybe
Shove him.
ward them off with a high velocity shield.
so I know it's not quite the same thing, but we're going to the science department, and all I can think of is, why is there a horse in the hospital?
Yeah.
Where else would you keep it?
Watch as Dan rapidly replans the session based around a single exploded check.
No. No. Yeah, you just make your way down towards the university. You do hear, like, as you're pushing through one of the areas, you do hear that there are dogs there. From, like, the noises of it, there's probably small group, like 4, maybe 5. But you think you could, you think there's every chance you could just sneak past them?
Yeah. I think we tried to sneak past
I mean,
them.
I could sneak past them.
I mean,
It's up to you, like,
I have
whether you
no-
want to...
we'll give it a shot, and when it
Whether you want
inevitably
to
goes
sneak
wrong, we'll
past,
have
whether
our
you want
bayonets
to, like,
ready.
scare
Yeah.
them off, whether you just want to fight, or...
Well, do we want me to sneak forward to see how many we're looking at, and then I can at least attract them in at minimum?
That's probably a good idea.
Then you guys can all be ready with your, guns and shoot them.
Okay, for getting ready then, can I try and MacGyver myself a gun?
Yeah. I must say, like, 2 of us have guns.
Three.
Do you need
think.
me to give you a gun? I have a gun.
I'll take one.
Not you!
Oh, I've got one apparently, if I'm MacGyvering correctly. I've got a gun.
It's like I go to hand you one and you're like making one.
It's just sellotaped together
worry,
like
I
a...
don't-
You've got a
Yeah, I don't need your gun. I've got a pipe, some duct tape, and a
a
string.
toaster. You've got a
I
toast.
have like one shot.
This will work!
You've got a toaster mixed together with like a couple of forks just pressed into it, and you just and the trigger mechanism from like a Nerf gun. And it's like, this'll do.
It's just a fucking fork.
Even better, I've raised that repair MacGyver.
You've raised it.
We'll look at your gun and be like, voiced concern. This does not meet OSHA safety standards.
Well, if that's what you want to use.
It'll be fine, it works.
Okay, well.
We've seen him do this before, I'm assuming. So it's like we just shake our heads. It's like it sometimes fucking works, doesn't it?
Oh god, I can't believe that every time he MacGyvers something, Era's just going to walk up and tell him it doesn't meet OSHA safety standards.
It doesn't meet like what is it? What's your
Please note, you
Starbucks?
are breaking 367 regulations.
Yeah, what's your
You are breaking 500 of the Starpoint regulations of safety.
Starbucks? You don't work for Starbucks. Good to know.
So you guys preparing, I guess, ambush technically.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're prepared for
Yeah.
if this all goes horribly
And
wrong.
I will
When?
step forward to see
Yeah.
how many looks like.
Alistair, you do manage to put together a gun. Like, you pick out a capped-off pipe from one of the nearby walls, like nearby piles of rubble, and you've got enough bits and bobs that you've picked up around there. You can make a rudimentary, like, essentially just a rudimentary hand cannon.
Perfect.
You've got like one of
And
those.
If I
pipe-
recall, for my edge, it gives me 3 shots before it breaks.
before it explodes.
Jesus.
Because I got a raise.
Hey, that's one per dog in theory. And then
Is
we-
it a straight stealth roll?
Yes.
Oh, I got a 4. It's okay.
I saw a 1 and got horrified. You get eaten.
Yeah,
For
you
you?
manage to sneak up to the area. You don't manage to get close enough to get any like defining details or anything, but you can see that there's probably 5, maybe 6 dogs. One of them is bigger than the others.
Ooh, it's an alpha dog. That's your next mount, Tom. When your horse gets disemboweled in this fight.
Keeping this horse.
Quietly kind of stepping back, because I'm not too far away from both parties. I'm going to fire my derringer in the air to make a loud noise.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to bolt.
To us, or...
Yes, to you!
Probably-
I don't know if you're doing a noble sacrifice.
Just
Early.
immediately against 6 dogs. Noble sacrifice. We can't take him, guys. We're fucked.
Doesn't even attempt to leave, just immediately sacrifice himself to dog.
Praise to dog.
Oh god.
I run back. Do the dogs follow?
With the loud bang, the dogs do snap their head to the direction it came from.
Hello.
And when they see you running,
They chase.
they will give chase.
Just look
And
like a
I'm going,
postman.
Please shoot them, please shoot them, please shoot them, please shoot them in my head as I run.
It's probably a good thing that you didn't manage to get closer because they are fast.
Yeah, they're dogs.
I know. I was gonna sneak further back again if I had to. I'm also fast.
Yeah. If this is the case, you. Where's my combat reference?
Yeah, I'll be taking point for where we are. I know I'm
Yes.
gonna get attacked by a large horde of dogs.
I will also be there with my big shield, as this is my one use in combat.
Yeah! Roadblock!
Haley will have found something resembling a vantage point and be preparing to fire on the dogs.
You've like scaled some.
Bayonets,
Yeah!
and are prepared to engage.
Prepared to charge! You know what these dogs are not prepared for? A cavalry charge.
Oh my god. That's actually my favourite thing.
I don't think I'm prepared for a cavalry charge.
That's prepared for a cavalry charge in a post-apocalyptic world.
Is there a cavalry charge of 1 horse?
Yes! It's still a charge!
I'm the largest cavalry unit in the region.
Yeah! The only things that are larger are technically mechanized infantry, aren't they? So yeah, you're good!
You mean the mechanized infantry that own 1 car?
Yeah! But you own 1 horse, so it's even!
There is a car.
If we're doing initiative for this, everybody else, I'm gonna say, is ambushing. So you are on hold.
Okay.
Which means you can go whenever you want.
Yeah, you get dealt anyway in case one of you draws a joker.
Okay.
So deal.
You want to make sure you either give them out or tell people to do one at a time, because these cards glitch like a motherfucker.
Good to know. Also, are they shuffled already?
Yes, I have. Sure.
Cool, I was about to go, because...
So I'll go from left to right on my bar. So Jason.
Yeah.
6.
Okay, that's a number.
Bane.
Yep.
Where's your card?
7.
Well, it
Hey!
needs to be of what, Dan?
Oh yeah, actually suits do matter.
It actually matters.
Right. Okay.
Please say mine's spades. I knew
Yeah,
it!
look-
I knew it! I wasn't even looking! I always get spades, it's great.
You can just drag and drop the cards onto people.
I've just got mine where my character.
Wait, was that the 6 of diamonds or the 6 of hearts?
Oh yeah, you got.
Six of diamonds, Gem is 6 of hearts, Bane 7 of spades.
I should
Persia
probably,
is 9 of clubs.
I should probably mention, I don't know if this applies for this specific situation, but I am hesitant, so I draw 2 action cards and take the lower one.
Okay.
I guess it matters. We go it anyway, but you might as well.
In that case, Persia, you are still 7. So
Okay.
you're still 9. You're still 9 even.
Yeah.
Tom is 10. And I will say. And Alistair is Jack.
Does Jack mean anything?
No.
It's a good.
higher.
It's just a good
Um,
card, I think.
It means Jack.
Jack
Thank
is
you,
higher than
Sherlock.
10, so
Fair enough.
Yeah.
unless the dogs get higher than you, you'll probably be going first.
Yeah, so
Oh,
ba-
you're on hold. Oh, you're on hold.
yeah, so the face cards in this is basically just 11, 12, 13,
So,
essentially,
Yeah.
other than Joker.
all that matters now is what the dogs got and what I got,
Because we go whenever.
basically. So what? See what the dogs got. You don't have to tell us what the dogs got,
Yeah.
but
Dogs immediately get the Joker.
that does happen.
I can believe that. I can believe that.
Yeah, that does happen.
Look, we've already removed. What is that? 1, 2. We've already removed 6, 7 even
I
non-Joker
don't
cards.
mind just knowing what dogs get. I'm just trying to check whether I pull them individually or all at once.
I'd
If
imagine
they're-
you do them as a group if they're minions
If-
or individuals
Yeah,
for
like-
wild cards.
So, like, if say like your big dog is a wild card, you would have him have one, and then the rest of the dogs would have one.
Yeah.
It's how you can do it. If there's only like 3, then you can do separate if you want. That's up.
If the dogs are underneath the big dog, you could also have them take their turn at the same kind as their like supervising wild card.
Yeah, you did say like
They'll-
minions.
they'll all-
Go.
Right, there we go, that's what they pulled.
It's totally up to you at that point.
Yeah, none of them are wild cards because they're not important. They're just wild dogs.
This is the
Just
king
thought
of
we
the
wanted to
wasteland
attack
dogs.
dogs today.
I've just realised. Doc,
So-
not Doc. What's the fucking robot's name? Error. Error can fight these. They're not sapient.
Yes, but they're registered
what
under
weapon?
designation good boy.
Bonk him with the shield. It probably has a profile.
He... I think it's just best we let him not fight things. I think that's for the best for everyone.
Immediately double crit fail. Shield explodes, killing everyone in the party.
Oh, God.
Okay, so what I'm saying here is everyone's now drawn a card, and it's just Gemma and the dogs in combat until we want to step in with an ambush.
That's right. I love that until we want to.
Can I double check what the... you said that suits matter.
It's
Yes.
I assume that means there's a priority order for
Yeah,
the suits.
Only for if they have the same number or same.
Yeah.
So, like, we've both got a 6, Heart goes last. So,
Yeah.
in theory, the diamond would have gone. I mean, they go last anyway. Do you know what I mean? Like, I would then
Yeah.
be after whoever got the 6 of diamonds.
It's- yeah,
But
it's- it's-
they're all on hold, so it doesn't matter.
yeah. When it matters, it's reverse alphabetical order, essentially. So spades is priority.
But in this one, the dogs are going to go first, regardless.
Yeah.
However, you guys can choose to go before the dogs if you wish to. But you have to go
Well.
before their turn goes.
Are they in the room yet?
Yeah, I'm just drawing a quick thing.
Battle map time.
Yeah.
Apply problem. Or apply to problem.
Yeah. Good luck, Alistair. The only person who has a character model.
Well, it's proven useful already in terms of I get to put my initiative card next to it.
Yeah, I've got mine just next to my icon on the Roll20.
So that up there is essentially the pile of rubble you're next to.
Which one? The circle or the squiggle?
The squiggle.
Squiggle. Okay.
Gem would have snuck down that alley and spotted them in like next to a fountain in that courtyard. That's essentially the fountain is the circle. So Gem will essentially be legging it around this corner. And the dogs will be following her just around this corner at the start of combat.
With this corner, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Cool. I couldn't see your indicator, so. Okay. I think the person with a sniper rifle should probably go first.
Yeah, I was gonna say as soon as the dogs are in view, I would like to apply soul beam to problem. If I can figure out how to do that.
If you drag your character sheet.
Oh, you'll have done this.
Map.
How do I roll this?
Why is everyone putting their characters next to mine? I was just putting mine there next to my initiative.
Well, we haven't really been given where we are, so I don't know.
Where are we
I
stood?
think
We're
we were
up
in the
here.
top
We're up
corner.
here.
Everybody, Gem was there. Gem would be essentially barreling around the corner here.
Oh. Around the...
Yeah, you snuck around, spotted, got a closer look at the dogs, and shot you things. So you're barreling
So
around.
are the squares
corner.
not... Are the squares the map, or are the squares the building?
The map basically it's just a rough representation of like you moved down an alley and spotted them in the courtyard there. So you are barreling around the corner, being followed by dogs.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
let's...
gonna just roll shoot if I am able to shoot a dog.
Just realised, yeah, we can put an icon on each of us just to say which person we are for these random ones.
Okay, and then they...
Dogs. Okay, I'm just gonna roll this and see what happens.
Shoot 'em!
Because I have not moved, and I am a marksman. Okay, add +2 to this. I think that's how that works. Yes.
A 10.
Got a 10 on the wild dice.
I'm just raising. Or is it just? Well, yeah, you.
If you
it's
raise,
not-
you deal.
It's not a 2-hit. It's just a damage, isn't it?
You get if you've
Well,
got.
no, this is to hit.
So with
And they have to-
shooting rolls,
Right, yeah.
shooting rolls,
Yeah.
it is 4
Range
to
versus
hit.
4. So
Yeah.
yes.
You
And
get.
for every raise, they get a d6.
Yeah, you get extra damage for raises,
There you go. So yeah,
which is cool.
you get to roll your damage with an extra d6.
I read that today.
How do I do that?
Top right in your character sheet, it has a thing.
Yeah, there's the little field in the top right. You
Oh,
type
what?
your damage dice into there, and then hit the damage button.
I can't remember. Do wild die apply to damage, or is it just for the like?
You
Skill
forgot to
based
add your
stuff.
d6 session.
You get an extra d6 as well.
It's 10 total.
Does that break their toughness?
It does.
Eee.
So they are shaken unless it's a raise.
It is. So
If you got toughness 6, that'd be then? Because raise is 4+, right?
which one were you aiming for? Like the big one, or just one of them in general?
I'll take a shot at the big one.
Okay. In that case, that is a shaken. I think.
Is it, if it doesn't meet their toughness, is it still a shaken? Or if it's...
Shaken is 0 to 3 points of damage over the toughness.
Okay.
So now with that heal shot, am I able to do my own interrupt now and to take my own shot?
Yeah. So
I
I realise
realised
this is being slow. I'm getting to it.
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah.
Making sure we're getting the right rolls.
The
Okay,
first
so the
one
first
rolls
thing-
it slow, don't worry.
Yeah. Am I able to do 2 actions as part of my interrupt?
You can
This
say...
is just your turn. It's
well-
not an interrupt, it's your
Okay.
turn.
So
It's
on your turn at the beginning, you need to dictate how many turns you're taking.
Yep. So I'm going to do
Two-
2 actions then.
Everything is -2.
First action I'm going to do is I'm going to Jack of all trades my shooting skill.
Ooh.
So I can actually have a shooting skill.
Mhm.
That's the thing I realised I should have prepared. A 6.
0.
So I have a D4 on my shooting. Until I change that again. And then my second action is I'm gonna take a shot at one of the small dogs.
Yeah, okay. So that would be your shooting with a -2 modifier. Because you've taken 2 actions.
Yep.
D4 minus 2. A 15! That's not bad for a D4 minus 2.
Fair
Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, now you roll damage.
So how many? That's what?
Um,
2 extra D6?
yep.
Nice.
Poor dog.
You put a
Jeez.
piece of, like... You put a metal bolt straight through it.
Did that do it correct?
That definitely didn't do it correctly, because you somehow got a 0.
You've forgotten, like, your plus. You've just rolled 2d6, 2d8.
Been a while since I've used this, so I'll just do it manually. 2d8.
Yeah.
There you go. So 15 damage to that small dog.
Yep.
Yeah, damage doesn't explode, does it?
So... I think it does, yeah.
Oh, does it? Oh, maybe.
Everything explodes.
Oh, neat.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Well, max.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But I was wondering if it actually mattered at
How
all.
many points was that total? It was 15 points.
15 points of. I'm gonna say piercing damage, as I'm gonna say
So
my.
that is 2 razors, so that's 2 wounds unshaken. Because that is 11 points over toughness.
And then to finish my turn, I'm gonna lie down on the floor and cower.
Cow. So does everything have like 3 health if it's like the similar size to us?
Wild cards have 3 wounds, extras have 1 wound.
Okay.
Yep. So you have dropped a dog.
Bang.
Oh, so
And
dog die shot's now dead.
Well, it's not always dead. It's either dead or incapacitated or out of the fight in some regard.
Okay.
With that shot, I'm saying it's dead.
It's no.
That's fair. I'm just letting you know. Like,
Good to know,
yeah,
yeah.
strictly.
I'm gonna
dead.
say then that the shot I fired just pierced its eye and went straight through its brain and out the back of its skull.
See, I don't know how you make that work.
So you've essentially lit up your hand cannon and shot just a metal flechette towards it, which has gone through its eye, moved about as it's hit its insides, and then bounced through the back of its head, bursting the keratin plate on the back.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Surprisingly effective.
Yeah, not bad for a toaster, a pipe, and a bit of string.
I like this one. But that's me done.
Yep.
I wait for the dogs to get closer.
Okay, so you're waiting for dogs to get closer.
Or
Just
for the
check,
cavalry to
is-
charge in.
For the squares, are we saying each square is 1 pace at the moment?
Sure.
Oh, is distance measured in paces in this system?
So pace is your pace is listed. So everyone has a base pace of 6, which is in inches if you were on like a wargaming table or something.
Right, okay.
When you're dealing with ranges that in Theatre of the Mind and thing, it's double that in yards. So your pace of
12
6
yards.
would be 6 inches on a table, but would be 12 yards in Theatre of the Mind.
So a
Which
range
Matters
of
to
10.
shooting.
So if I had a range of 10 with my gun, just for future reference,
Just 10 squares.
Okay.
Basically.
makes sense. But I had a range of 10, 20, 40, so somewhat worked.
Yeah, you'd have had an extra negative for being at medium, probably, rather than thingy, but I can't remember the range penalty off the top of my head right this second.
If it's the furthest range, it's -4, unless you aim, which removes 4.
Okay,
Oh,
but we
cool.
can move on for now.
Yeah, I was just
Yes,
saying. You know.
Can you aim with melee weapons as well, or is it just guns?
How do you aim a melee weapon?
Like
You
readying it? I was
you,
wondering.
You don't aim. a
You don't?
melee
Okay.
weapon.
Because I know some games, like Dark Heresy does. It has actually aim for
I will
melee.
double check that, but I'm
So-
pretty sure you don't.
That makes sense.
I'm gonna move forward a couple, and I'm gonna pop off a shot of my rifle, just a generic one of the dogs. I'm not aiming for the big one just yet. I'm explicitly aiming not at the big one.
Yeah.
Let's see, shooting is here. I have no modifiers right now. 13 is
You hit it.
+9, so 2 raises. And so that'll be plus an extra 2d6 for 2 raises.
Sounds right.
Helps if I'm.
You know, with these rolls, these are all really negating the fact that these dogs are nimble and have dodge.
Yeah, so 2d8 plus 2d6.
Oh, this good luck so far is going to backfire on us at some
Oh
point.
yeah, we're gonna get to the university and we're gonna nat 1 blow the door up and it's gonna kill us. Or something.
I believe
The keys turn into a
laser
shark.
shot has pre-cooked our
Yeah.
dinner.
Fuck. Hell.
Which dog were you hitting?
A baby one.
Generic small dog.
Yeah.
You torched that thing.
What dog? What are you talking about?
The dog
There's no dog.
explodes.
Okay. Well, that's me
Yeah,
done.
you hit it, and this thing just drops mid-run, steaming.
That's dinner.
How many dogs are left?
3.
Including
The
the
big
big
one
one.
and 2 others.
Yeah.
Run towards us quickly.
Yeah, run quick.
You think?
I guess as my only capability, I'ma just move in front of this horse.
Don't stand in front of the horse!
This is what I do. Too bad.
You can wait until like I get
I
there.
will.
That's what I'm doing.
If I have to, I will run you over when I need to do the charge.
Runs down. Horse runs down medical droid in the first episode.
I don't know what horses do. I don't know what you do.
They run.
Is anyone else going before the dogs?
Boy, he used a gun.
Don't believe so.
So now the dogs.
Because I can't move far enough to help.
3 dogs that are left. Like, sprint up to you, Jan. They
Yep.
can't get to the others, but they are close enough to get to you. And they will try and hit you.
Obviously.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
It's fine, you've got good armor. Just hopefully they don't go for your head.
Actually, the head's more armored than the rest of my body.
Oh, do you have this? Do you have the helmet
I
as
have a
well?
helmet on.
You have the helmet as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it the same helmet as mine?
Yeah.
Nice. They're really good.
We're armored the same.
Yeah.
Just aesthetically different.
Yeah. Is it expensive? Oh yes. Is it good? Oh yes.
Misses.
And I will just do that for each of them.
Misses.
Third roll, 26.
Yeah. 80.
Misses.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm agile.
Yeah, they've caught up to you, but with the way you're running, you're just like bending and weaving, trying to keep away from them, and they just can't quite get the mouth around you.
I'm used to this. Can you tell?
Yeah.
There is no fear on this face. So, unless anyone wants to go before me?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm kind of banking on you getting closer, actually.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm sprinting towards you. However, 2 of the dogs will get an attack of opportunity on me.
Oh, okay.
Not the third one, because I have extraction, and I choose the big dog to not have a chance to hit me.
Probably wise.
Oh, so they all have the same fighting, but it
Miss.
hits harder, I guess.
Miss.
These are not very effective dogs, but that's fine. They're extras. They don't need to be.
Because I'm only gonna do regular running,
Mhm.
not sprinting. And then I'm going to shoot
Bang.
Yep.
because moving is not an action.
Yeah, I saw that. That was like a cool bit that you don't have to move or fight, which I like. Oh, that looks like a grenade, that last one, by the way. The O looks like a grenade.
It's a dog. It represents the big
Looks
dog.
like a grenade.
It does!
I like how each
Out of my coat, I'm going to pull a modern crossbow.
Ooh. Well, the pistol ones.
I assume they're within 15 inches of me.
1, 2,
Yes.
4, 5, 6, 8.
Right. And I'm going to attack them. Yeah. Oh my. Which actually isn't that. That's not.
You've only
I'm
got
going
good
to
fighting.
target the little dog on my left.
Yep.
That one.
Woo!
No. I didn't crit fail.
You
it's
didn't
fine.
crit fail.
Yes, that doesn't hit.
Yeah, 2. They've got a better defense than 2 for range, which is
Arrow
minimum
just
4.
kind of splotted into the sand. Ow. Fuck.
Right now,
That's it.
yeah. Now I'll go.
Yeah. Now the other two get to choose when they go.
I'm going to go now. I'm basically going to move up directly next to you. That's my movement. And I don't have a ranged weapon. Can I hook a rock at him or something?
I mean,
I have no ranged weapons, so it's either me just stand here or can I, like, throw something at them?
you can just... You can move and then use your action to run.
I didn't read what the running does.
I believe
Running uses your action, but it doubles how far. No, it does. Yeah, it uses your action, but lets you roll a d6 to see how much further you roll.
Okay, I'll do that, I guess.
Uh,
Because if I get a little bit ahead, they're more likely to go for me than you.
You can run as a free action once per turn,
Oh.
apparently, to increase pace for the round by your running dice at d6 by 4 at the cost of a -2 penalty to all other actions. So it's not that it costs you an action, you could still do that and take 3 actual actions, but it does give you the same penalty as multi-actioning.
Okay, I'll take it as a
and running dice can't ace.
Okay.
Explode.
Okay.
You can't suddenly move 200 meters.
Yeah, I'll run just to see how far I get ahead. Since it can't ace, I might as well just roll it. 5.
so add 5 to your pace. So you've already done how many you've done.
I did 6, so I'm 11. So
Add
I'm
5
here.
more.
I'm here now. And that's gonna be me.
Yay!
Boom! Anyone seen those? Anyone's played XCOM? You know the mech suits, how they run?
Yeah. Guess I will do the exact same thing as you,
Charge!
charge vaguely into the distance there. That's the 6 and a d6. And I'm...
Oh, you're right behind me!
Yeah, this is fine.
We are the cover!
This is legally my job, and I can do nothing else.
Do we keep the same cards,
No.
Jim, or does it just...
Nope, you get new cards.
We don't. It is. I read that you don't shuffle unless you pull a Joker, though, right?
Yeah, you don't strictly shuffle unless you pull a joker, but if you have to, it doesn't matter.
Basically, we keep working through the deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so, there you go. Jason,
Yes.
Gemma, Bane.
Yay! I'll take the Joker. I'm good with this. That's +2 on everything, isn't it? For the round. Basically.
I think Gemma's just pulling the roll up now.
I know it had some effect, even if you have no skills for it. It does something good, but I don't know what.
That's okay, I'll sort it out.
Yeah. Dankeschön.
Yeah, some things last until the Joker's drawn.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Characters with a Joker act whenever they want in the round, even interrupting other people's actions, and they can add +2 to trait and damage rolls.
Nice.
Also, Joker's wild. Because a Joker's been drawn by a player character during combat, you all get a Benny.
Oh, nice.
Yay!
No.
Yeah.
So we're.
So
Is
everyone gets a Benny.
Is it a
But
max?
does anyone get a hill?
Yeah. All,
We've already made that.
all player characters receive a Benny.
Yeah.
What did we start with? Just
3.
No,
We start with
we
3.
start with 3. Go.
Since obviously Bennies go away at the end of the session.
Yeah.
What?
Spend.
You start with 3 at the next session. They don't hold over. So, getting... Yeah, Joker's wild.
There's like
the-
Fate or Edge or whatever it is in various games,
or
isn't it? Oh, Inspiration, yeah. I wanna go first.
So shuffle, it's after any round.
Yeah.
So it shuffles,
Before we next draw, I guess. Right?
in which case... Saoirse is hesitant, so Saoirse gets the 4.
Okay.
Put that down there. Tom gets... And Alistair gets... 10. And dogs get 2 of that.
Yay!
So dogs are going dead last.
I wanna go first, because I wanna do
Sorry,
something.
not dogs. Were hearts lower than diamonds?
Hearts are lower than diamonds.
Yeah.
So I go
dogs are
last,
dead
and then the
last.
dogs go. Apparently, I'm really good on my feet, but not good at moving.
I thought hearts were better than diamonds.
No.
Because it's reversed, because spades is first, then hearts, then diamonds, then clubs, isn't it?
Height's supposed to... 1 sec.
I don't know.
Yes, spades, hearts, diamonds.
So
clubs.
hearts is above diamonds. So yes, I was wrong.
I only have like on my only reason I know I've got it on my cheat sheet that is like reverse alphabetical order. It's literally it because it said somewhere that that's how it goes.
So characters of the Joker act whenever.
So I go
one,
super last.
Yeah.
Even interrupting another and add +2 for your fighting damage. Nice.
I'm gonna go first.
Okay.
I'm gonna go there basically.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna try and bonk the shit out of the big dog.
Okay.
So this is +2 to fighting. How do I put a +2 modifier in?
When you
And you
click it,
click roll.
it'll say modifier.
Ah, okay. 2. 17.
Fucking hell, I looked.
And mine's at least a D12, so it's
Yes, that. So which one were you bonking?
big one.
Okay, big one.
Yep.
Melee. Yep, that hits at. Okay, what?
So that's an extra 3d6 damage?
2d6. It's only 2 raises above parry.
8, 12, and 16?
Melee goes against parry, not against fall.
Yeah, it goes against its
Okay.
weapons. It's like half its weapon skill +2 instead of 4, so.
Fair enough.
Okay, so damage, and it's 2d6 additional, right?
Mhm.
So I'll roll the 2d6 separately. Did I get 3? Jesus.
That is not enough to get past the tough.
Well, have you done your 2d6?
No, you haven't done your 2.
Yeah, I'm rolling that.
And your +2.
Oh yeah, 2d6 +2.
Not that then.
13, so that is
Now it's enough.
16! With the
Also,
sledgehammer.
your 6 explodes.
The 6
Oh, yeah.
explode.
Smash.
Roll again. And again.
Roll again.
Again.
I think this dog's dead.
Are we competing over who can have the biggest damage number in this combat?
4! Bang!
5.
17? No, more. 21. No. 24.
Blackjack.
24.
24!
So, would you like to bifurcate this dog?
With a hammer! I will bifurcate this dog with a sledgehammer somehow.
Oh, right, yeah, you're on sledgehammer. For whatever reason, I assumed you'd be on the big cleaver.
Now, a sledgehammer's actually got a bonus for it. They're essentially the same weapon, but a sledgehammer has a slightly better bonus.
Oh, that's what's happening here.
Guy here! 4! Bang!
So, this thing is dead.
It's
You bring your sledgehammer down, servos in your exosuit wearing, as you just... It impacts with, like, the keratin plates that these things have developed on the back, and just... There's no resistance, the thing just crumples and shatters underneath the weight of your hammer, as you turn its head into a smear on the ground.
Peter Gabriel has left the building.
I approve.
And yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Is it me next then?
I think it's me with 10.
Oh, I thought that was my turn.
Nope.
Oh,
Left,
I'm
right,
zoomed out more than Dan is when he's stealing the
thing.
cards.
That's why I
Yeah.
put my own font now, saying my own initiative.
Yeah, we can probably put some like tiles on the map or something at some point properly to be like, this is each person's slot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I realise it's not going to be best tracking. Okay, so P's still a dog, isn't it? Where I've just pinged.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to take 6 steps forward because I can do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to shoot P in the face.
Old shot.
Go for its spleen.
Not a cool shot because I think I can just kill it anyway.
Old shot.
A cold shot! Bit of... 11.
That's 11. So that's 1, Benny?
Yeah, that's one raise.
11 on a d4.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see if I can get this correct this time. 1d6 plus 2d8.
Hey.
A
So
normal
that's 9
number.
damage.
A normal number.
Can I Benny damage rolls?
Yeah.
I assume so.
Fuck it, why not? I've got 4 of them.
Yeah, you may as well.
You keep the higher of the two if you do roll worse.
Oh, that's nice. He isn't like a full reroll. 21's good. 21 be good.
Blackjack.
And that's
Dead.
So
that hasn't
Benny's
Bennied for me.
Reroll,
So that hasn't.
except for critical fails, any trait or damage. Remove shaken, soak damage, roll vigor to remove wounds. New action card, regain power points, or you can spend them for influence in the story.
Do I need to add another d8 to that? Because it looks. No, that's done it fine. Yeah.
I think it's
Fine.
dead either way, to be honest.
I
So
don't
21
think we have a
damage
problem.
to the P.
Yeah.
We're exploding so many dice today.
Yeah, it means we're not going to get any later.
You've used your metal flusher, you grab the next thing that comes down, and you stuff a handful of gravel into it.
Oh!
You just rip like small holes through it all over, like you've hit it with like the world's beefiest bed shotgun shell.
It's grape shot, and it's gravel the size of grapes, so it becomes grape shot.
I'm loving MacGyver. I need to come up with some of my own MacGyver crazy weapons ideas as well.
Make a Tesla cannon out of random electrical devices.
So I love the flavour you're adding, Dan.
It's awesome. That ability is so cool.
Right, next up is
Me.
Tom.
Hooray.
I want to point out,
right.
cavalry music
I
is
need-
currently playing on the stream.
Yep, I need to double check with you, Dan. If the mount is running, would you like to apply the negatives from the mount's running to me on the back of the mount, or just to the mount's attacks?
I'll say just the mount for now, but I'll have to check it. I'd rather not like.
I was having a quick Google and I couldn't see any consensus or even people questioning whether that's a thing or not. So right, so /r/ so it's D8 for my mount's running dice. Doesn't explode because it's a
Yeah,
running dog.
specifically doesn't explode.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I will probably be using the rest of my movement in a moment.
Each time you've got a lance.
10. No, I'm using my rifle with the bayonet on the end. I'm just bayoneting them as my lance. Right, so this uses the lowest of my fighting and riding, which luckily are both the same. 14, apparently.
14 damage.
No, 14 to hit.
Yep.
Oh,
14 is against. That's 2 raises.
Nice.
This wasn't intended to be like a super challenging encounter. it's a bunch of wild dogs.
20 damage.
Here is
No, but
the
it's a good
tutorial
starter
for combat.
fight.
It is a good starter fight.
Get-
This is the wasteland equivalent of giant rats.
Yes.
And also gets me people who are used to the system as a combat thing, as
Yeah.
well as me figuring out where the balance lies.
In
liking-
that case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I assume this is just you charge alongside it, and
Drive
as
the
you
bayonet.
go, yeah, like it leans up to snap at you, and you just drive it down its throat, pull it out
Yeah.
as you keep going fast.
The mounted cavalry is functioning as expected.
We are the weirdest and best party ever. And that includes my party in Ged, in which Jay is a giant pig man.
I am.
Is that all of them?
Well, I think if we load these guys up in the park, you can probably have a decent meal tonight at least.
Yeah, that one's pre-roasted already.
Fresh meat.
I'm gonna go and pick up my bolt out of the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just kind of watching all of this, the utter ridiculousness of it, and just
I didn't see anything else hanging around. We made enough noise that if anything else was interested, they'd either have ran away or come closer.
Yeah, probably.
Well,
Combat is over, and I will recall all the things.
How safe is eating the dogs out here?
It shouldn't be too bad. Like, obviously, you wouldn't want to be eating them constantly, but like, you're not gonna get enough like radiation or anything from like 1 or 2 meals for it to be an issue.
the big issue is just don't eat the offal, I believe, of dogs.
Yeah.
It's too high in vitamin D?
I think it's D. My brain immediately went to
Might
vitamin
be
D.
A.
I mean, the main reason to not eat it is it
Vitamin
tastes awful.
dog.
Vitamin dog.
How long would it take for me to gut one?
I'll say roll survival to see how fast you do it, because I don't know how in practice you are. Like if this is the type of thing you end up doing regularly, you'll probably be able to do it without rolling. But
I
start
do
with.
it. I haven't done it lately.
yeah,
Used to do it regularly. I haven't done it lately.
yeah. So you're a little out of practice. So
Okay.
I'll say you can roll it with like a +2.
You have a survival knife.
It
don't
will
you?
be a +3 because of my
Yeah.
survival knife.
I remember you picked
Just to
that.
let you know.
I nearly picked that up. It seems so cool.
it's fine.
Just kneel down and just start hacking away at this
like-
thing. Not
Yeah,
a
like sort of no nonsense. You know what you're doing. It's just very quickly you grab it, drag it to something like you can lean it up against. Just one cut, skin off. Like you get somebody to help you pull it up. To train. You know what you're doing with this.
And a dog's like riding a horse. You never forget.
Yeah, we never see you not riding the horse, so you don't get the opportunity to, really, do you?
Look, if I wasn't in the saddle, I'd be a liability.
How much rations do we get off the dog?
As fresh meat, it wouldn't last long enough to be proper long-term rations.
I can just say
Will
dog
it,
meat.
will it tide us over for today's food?
I'll say it means that you get to eat today without using a ration.
That sounds fair.
Yeah, I like that.
Alright.
If you wanted to preserve stuff like that, you'd probably want to make sure you brought salt with you so you could salt and
Yeah,
heavily
and
salt.
I
preserve
and
any
I
use
haven't,
you
but in the future we might.
In
Yes.
the future, we're going to be going around with a barrel of salt on the back of the horse.
Yeah, just got a big bag of salt.
I've now got both my arms are now covered in
Tom,
radiated dog. Let's hope blood.
Most of it's probably blood.
Yes.
given that you use both a laser sword and a laser rifle, if you put a barrel of salt on the horse, does that make you collectively assault and batteries?
Beautiful.
Quit.
All right, we're all done. Let's move on. Should be a safe bet now to the university.
Yep.
Alright.
It ends up only being another 30 minutes or so to get to the university. You find that as you get there, there's a few buildings, but it's pretty obvious which is the science building, at least to those of you who are scientifically inclined, because there's a
Does it say science on like a sign by any chance?
no, there's a big recognizable like symbol of the atom on the side of it as part of the logo.
Okay, so it's definitely that one.
Okay. I knock on the door.
So, don't... When,
Why
I-
are you knocking on the door?
I always do it anytime I ever go into any building ever. And you've seen me do this
Oh.
before. It's just weird.
He's just weird.
stop knocking.
I don't think
I'm going to
he
use our
can.
keys to open the door.
At some point, I'm just going to tie your hands behind your back and drag you through a doorway.
Yeah, if you press your fob to the thing, there's no power currently, but you just reckon you could. It wouldn't be too hard with some of the like batteries, solar batteries and stuff you have to wire one up to it to open the
Well,
doorway.
here we go then. I'm going to try and do exactly that. I'll try and use a solar battery
Are you just going to
to
scream?
give this door a moment of power.
If not, I'll sledgehammer it. I actually get a bonus for breaking the door.
Oh, there could be alarms.
So, since this isn't something that needs to be continuously on, I'm not going to use up one of like, your batteries to do it. It's just more case of you find the spot to do the power transfer and you swipe in while it's active.
Okay, is there any issue with my phobia of making use of these solar batteries?
Not if you don't open the top and reveal the panel.
You just don't look at it.
I do it half blind.
You know they're there, but as long as it's closed, you're probably fine.
You can convince
You got
yourself that it's fine. It's different.
It's not a
It
solar
works, but
battery,
I'm
it's a game
visibly
pad.
wincing as I'm doing this. Like, please don't.
You're holding it at arm's length.
Go kaboom. Not
And the
this
door
time.
opens.
There's a minute while it powers up, and then you press the fob, but there's a beep as the door unlatches.
Okay, so we're in the science building. Well, so if you're a, let's say, university lecturer, where do you put the loot? Do you put upstairs?
The
Downstairs?
In your
No,
office.
everyone-
You work in a
It-
university
in-
and you have loot.
In your
You
office, in the bottom drawer.
Oh, look, we've been through this. Everything valuable, you keep it underground where no one can get to it. Probably behind some fairly thick steel
Yeah,
doors.
you are probably looking either for the prep rooms for like the various teaching parts, or for the research labs, which are often underground because they need.
Wait, I'm right?
Yeah. There could also be the storage room. There might be some chemicals in the if there's a storage room, if this
We'll
is a
have a
science
look, see what we
university.
get.
Okay, so let's look for some stairs then. Hopefully going downwards.
Like a lot of your heavy machinery for research ends up being underground in a lot of labs, particularly for like the. more dangerous stuff,
When we
or
entered
stuff
the
that you want
uni
out of the
building,
way.
is there a map of the university building
That's a good call, actually. Is there like
on the
a
wall? Like a
Floors-
how do we get to places?
these labs on this floor, these labs on this floor,
Yeah,
these labs on this
It's
floor?
it's a little faded, but there will be like a list of what's on the floors, like next to the elevator, which is obviously out of power. You would need to be taking the stairs, but you can see like floor 4, like physics, floor 5, chemistry, stuff like that.
Ah,
Floor is the lab.
words.
Which floor says labs?
Uh,
Or lab room, or tech lab, or
Chemistry
science
labs.
room,
Yeah, chemistry
or-
labs.
Basement is listed as research.
That'll do.
Basement will do.
I'm gonna tie the horse to a radiator.
We're gonna close the door so the horse doesn't get, like, eaten by some random passerby.
That'll be fine.
Look, I can't take it into a building properly, but you know, just in the entrance and this radiator will be fine, I think.
I mean,
You
close
go
the door so
upstairs.
it's, like, not completely visible from...
Right, I'm not concerned about getting the horse up the stairs. I'm concerned about getting it back down again.
I don't want to bring it into the building up the stairs. I mean, get it so that no passerby just walks past and goes, why is there a
Oh,
horse?
I know that, but he's saying we could take it upstairs. and
Oh
I'm
God, no,
saying
don't
he's
do
like,
that.
"No, no,
I know. Okay, so
Yeah.
we're looking for
You-
basement.
Yes. You guys are too jumpy. It's dead out here. Just come on.
Alright, grab my pack and let's go.
I'm meant to be the jumpy one. Gee.
Speaking
Okay,
of
so does it
jumpy,
take us any time to find the staircases?
Like, they are more or less, you have your elevators, and then a little bit further down the corridor, you have a door that leads to the stairs.
Alright. Nice and simple.
We
Knock
go
on the door.
downstairs.
You're already in the building.
Yeah, like, it's a uni building, they're not going to hide the stairs.
Right. We'll send big, armored, and ugly down first.
I am
Would it
not...
not be better if I went first?
I mean,
Mm.
Oh, well, it's up to you.
Yeah,
I mean, you
want-
can go first if you like.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I was suggesting just one of the people with armor that might actually survive a shot from a scav might be best going first.
Are there any
Would
recent
put it down to
signs?
you or him.
yeah.
So,
Dan, are there any recent signs of thoroughfare through this building other than us?
Not that you can see, the dust is lying pretty thick on the floor.
Okay, so it looks pretty dead, but we must want to be cautious anyhow.
Just in case there's anything just living in the basement.
Well, I said, either we let the big guy go first and set off everything, or I can go first and sneak down. What would you guys like to do?
The sneaking sounds like the sensible plan out of the two.
it wouldn't take us long to jump down there if you get into some trouble anyway.
Yeah.
We won't be far behind.
Alright, I'll sneak down the stairs.
We'll let you get, say, half a flight ahead or one flight ahead.
One
as the
flight
floor
ahead,
finds.
probably.
I'll whistle when I've reached the one flight.
Alright.
I'll be taking point
I begin to
next.
sneak.
He's like, yeah.
Okay. Do you want to roll your stealth then so we can see how sneaky you are?
How sneaky.
Why is that a red 11?
Because I rolled a 1.
Oh, okay.
it's a 10 and a 1.
I rolled a 10 then a 1. So it was just letting the GM know that I rolled a 1, technically.
Yeah.
But it
You
wasn't
are...
fine.
That is right, so you are nice and light on your feet as you go down these stairs.
Oh yeah.
You leave minimal footprints in the dust. It is fairly dark down here with the electrics off. There's no windows in the basement.
I put on my flashlight.
Yeah.
But I do it like it's kind of in my hand, so then it's not like a beam. I can
Yeah.
just kind of
Oh,
see
you
it
cup,
running.
you cup
You
it?
do the military thing, like you cup the head
Yeah.
in your hand, like just filter
Nice.
it out through your fingers as you need it.
Cool.
Basically. And then I whistle every time I finish a flight and we're safe.
Yeah. As you're
The
nice and
advanced
quiet
one,
going
like-
down, you don't see anything. You can't hear anything.
Sneak, sneak, sneak.
I will try not to shatter any stairs on the way down.
There are, as you get to the bottom of the notice, you don't think there's anything here. As you've not seen or heard anything on your way down.
I do a long whistle, which means it'll clear.
Okay.
And we start following.
Yep.
Or catching up.
I'll wait for them.
That's not uneventful so far.
Yeah,
And didn't see any footprints on the way down.
that's always convenient.
Okay.
Let's go.
Either means the place has been looted a while ago, or
Yeah.
You going?
As you're
The
heading
door
down,
was locked.
yeah, as you're heading down the corridors in the basement, there's quite a few doors to the sides. You can see where there would be nameplates on them, but they're caked in dust and you can't read what they say.
I brushed
Do
the
the
dust
doors
off and still
open?
can't read what they say.
Do the doors open or are they locked?
The doors open. Like, for the most part, it's kind of accepted that in uni operation, if you are down here, you're meant to be down here. There would be, and in the day-to-day operation of the building, like, people would be here to see you if you were somewhere you weren't supposed to be.
So we go door to door. We're looking for like benches, like worktops and things. Presumably, I'm guessing, guys.
Knowing a university building, are there any further signposts down here in the basement pointing to the labs or what we're looking for?
Not unless, but as I say, there are nameplates on the doors. Like, if you can't see what the...
Can I wipe at one?
Yeah.
With my fingers?
Yeah, I wiped one and I can't read it.
It takes a minute because you have to sort of pick the dust out of like the recesses in parts, but these doors essentially they have the name of the scientist that was assigned to them and what their field was.
I mean, we probably want to check all the rooms to be
Like,
fair.
so you'd have like
Yeah.
you'd have like places like Dr. Addison, microbiology, stuff like that.
Just thinking, we focus on something we can take back and sell, fund us getting some more rations, get out here for a bigger trip.
Yeah. I think say
Is
chemical
there a
cupboard would be good.
Oh, go on. Yeah. Is there a scientist that's head of physics or a physics teacher or professor on one of these nameplates?
What would I want you to roll to see? Like,
What's the investigation, really?
Science? Notice?
There is research.
You know what? I'd also be happy for you to roll academics.
That'd work. That'd work.
So, was that just academics or could I do science?
Since we're in a science building, science will work.
Yeah.
Perfect. Definitely didn't squeeze that one
That's
in.
a critical fail.
That's a critical burn.
Yep, double one. Something happened.
You
Well,
can't even Benny it.
I knew it would happen in the building, by the way. We obliterated the dogs, and as soon as we get into the building...
There's actually a bunch of robots down here that are going to come to life and destroy us all.
So what happens when I try and find a physics room?
To be fair, I don't...
I just want to double check what you get for critical fails on skill checks.
Yeah, I saw it in combat, what happens,
I don't think you
but-
can actually crit fail.
Look for, I think it's Bumble?
Yeah, it's crit fumble.
I do like how
You fall into the
even if
Thames.
those was a ward, I would have passed that.
Oh no, you can definitely do it on skill checks because they're like a character trying to pick a lock might break the lock, for example.
Activates the
Is it just a
lockdown.
case on that this down basement does not have any physics teachers?
It's a theoretical physics teacher only.
Theoretically.
Or maybe the physics room's locked, whereas all the others aren't?
That'd be kind of good, actually.
Or has an alarm attached to the door.
Ooh, that would be great. There's some cool ones here.
The only problem with the alarm is there's no power to the building from the door.
It's actually like just a bell.
Well, he's a physics teacher, maybe it's just, yeah. So I was gonna say it was like something that can allow fucking noise. Like, what?
He is a physicist. He specializes in radiology.
He's actually was just a really paranoid teacher, and there's like a bear trap in the
The room was actually just a joke room because it's actually a theoretical physicist. So there's no one in
already
there.
made it.
It
Already
could
made the
also
joke.
be someone's currently living there.
Ooh, there's a
What
hobo.
would be good for my character as an actual, or a good serious suggestion is it could have like, as I enter the room, there's just tons and tons of
Solar
panels
panel.
being-
Panels.
Thought he was research.
but like half being like modified, so they're in the process of being made. And that could
you're-
trigger my phobia. That could be a good critical fail.
Yeah, that works. Like, you find a physics lab, but you open the door to the solar power research lab.
No!
We just hear
He
him.
doesn't. Have we seen you be scared of these yet, or is this the first time?
Also, BRB.
Must be the first
I also
time.
need the loo.
It's just-
I also need the loo. So I'm back.
Other than the occasional odd look, I haven't really shared that I'm terrified of solar
I
panels.
imagine I'd have maybe seen it because you'd have probably repaired my exosuit a little bit. If it
Oh
got-
no, I wouldn't have.
Okay, then.
Yeah,
Sure.
fuck your shit.
Back in a segment.
Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Don't want to look at that room, and I'm gonna
What do you
shut the
mean?
door.
I thought you were after the physics lab. I thought that was it.
Not that physics lab. I'm
mean?
good. I'm good.
No, but is it a payday?
No, I'm good. But
No.
I'll check this room, and I'll just walk to the next room. I'm gonna say it's biology.
Aliens
I
at
opened
point
the
is
door
just
to
gonna
the
open it.
physics room, like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Don't see anything.
I'll walk up and be like, concern, elevated heart rate detected, increased sweat production. These are all signs of fear. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. It's all right, robot. Thank you. And I'll enter this random room and start rummaging through piles of paperwork, not really paying attention to them.
Opens up the weaponized virology.
Whoops.
Digs arms in up to elbows before looking at the sign.
I mean, to be fair, the solar panels would be quite good back home.
Haley nods.
Can't wait to carry all these solar panels.
Also, if they pack nice and flat, I could probably get quite a few of them onto the thing to just drag back with the horse.
I'm back.
Well, yeah, we could create a
fair-
sled of some sort and drag them back.
On that crit fail, I was really tempted to have you bump into the organo-nickels lab.
What?
Because organo-nickels is a variety of chemicals with some extremely toxic things. Like
That could've
nickel
been-
Oh, that sounds fun.
like nickel tetracarbonyl, which pretty
Oh,
much
no,
melts your
not
lungs within a
poisonous.
few hours of breathing it.
Loser, I don't have lungs.
Loser, immune to poisons. Although if you have no lungs, I don't know if you're immune to poison.
I'm about to say that's not really a poison.
Losers, the horse will replace me in D4 days.
The horse will replace you in D4 days. So you it's you're its animal companion.
So, like, these solar panels, does it look like they would be viable to remove from the room, or are they, like, bolted down, or...
But yeah, I will probably,
Yeah, like, they're
explore the physics
They're
room.
largely just sat on various workbenches. Like you can see where people have been working on them.
Unfortunately, I'm following Scared Boy until his heart rate returns to normal. This is probably terrifying.
I'll...
It is very, very creepy.
Haley will start
Giant
trying to...
one-eyed robot leaning over you.
Do you require medical attention? Do you require medical attention? Do you require?
You're just a mixture of Baymax and Pathfinder.
I'm here to help. Please do not
Baymax,
resist.
yeah.
Please do not resist.
Please do not be alarmed. I am here to help.
That just makes me think of the fucking handbots from Doctor
Is there
Who.
anything in
Oh,
any
yeah.
of these rooms then?
Yeah, I'll have a search around the others while we
Obviously-
hear the screaming.
Obviously, you have found the solar panel room.
Yeah.
Like as you open up the various rooms and take a peek in, like there's a couple rooms that probably aren't worth checking out just based on the smell. Like your biology research labs where there's just stuff gone horribly rotten in there. There are a few good rooms, particularly in like the physics and chemistry department, where they have expensive machinery for research.
I don't think we've got the capability to get the full payday out of those things right now.
Yeah, we
Oh,
could
no,
get them at the building, but we've got to
Those-
travel like a day or
Yeah,
so
I
into town.
I think those are maybe when we can hire a vehicle, we come back here, load them up into a trailer or something, and
Yeah.
If you can find like precious metals or other ingredients,
look,
That
we've
would be-
got one payday.
Well, what we need is the storage room for this place.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look for the I just realised I'm looking for chemical storage. I can't read. I'm gonna look for a room that looks like a chemical storage room, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, I'm gonna start hunting for storage as well. Because I don't have all of the good shit, like vials and other such things.
Acids and things. I went
So
to.
Haley's like trying to sign for a little bit, fails. Is there a piece of paper around here or something?
That's not gonna help.
Or like,
Just right
What
in
do
the
you need?
dust.
I mean, it's a fair point. It's right in the dust. It's just like tap the good sergeant on the shoulder and just write in the dust proof of payday or proof of find. Just one, like if there's one of the ones that could be either deconstructed to a degree or is small enough to take with us.
Honestly, I'm thinking even just the parts in them, even if they're not working right now, just we put them. I've got the blanket. We use the rope in the blanket, attach it to the back of. Just attach it to the back. We just drag the damn thing back, even if it's not in the best condition. They'll make it work when we get it back home.
Anything's payday.
A couple extra panels is definitely probably worth its weight in
A lot of things.
currency. I was gonna say worth its weight in gold, but that's half the value in the things, isn't it?
Shrugs.
Oh, and you're all fully aware that I have a quota on how much I have to bring back. I actually don't get paid for what I bring back. I get paid per amount I bring back.
Okay.
I get prepaid.
Do people want to roll me science to see if they know what sort of things you would be able to find in a science lab that would work well as proof?
Am I good to make that roll, or am I still in my phobia?
I know about electronics, that's about it.
Can I argue repair?
I mean,
Could I argue just common knowledge?
Yeah, Buzzy, can I also got a common knowledge?
So
I got a
I'm-
7 on my science,
Oh,
and nearly
no.
another crit fail.
I'm gonna decline to roll. Thank you very much.
Yeah, or notice or survival. Basically anything.
No, guys, just accept that you need to decline this roll if you don't want to worry about that kind of thing.
It's fine, it's fine. I could just, if it has to be science, use my jack of all trades to be good at science.
How are you not good at science? You're a medical robot.
I'm good at healing.
Hated.
They only gave me the information I need. Yeah, what do I have to roll for this though?
For your jack of all trades?
No, just for, like, give me something that I'd have to roll, like a jack of all trades, whatever it is.
I'll say you can roll electronics because that makes sense. That not necessarily looking for scientific equipment, but looking for the type of things that you know would contain good precious metals from an electronic standpoint.
Can't believe you guys are all against me just dragging apart the solar panels
We
back.
go.
Oh, I'm agreeing with you. I want to find other shit as well.
I just want to, roll for the second time this session.
So, Alistair, on yours, you have a basic. So, you can't think of anything that would be both impressive and easy to transport, but they did have a small electron microscope. You could probably bring that back as a sort of, we found a place with specialist equipment. Here's
Okay,
an example.
I'll take that and safely store it so it can't be damaged on our journey. So, mostly put it in a box, wrap it around with lots of soft fabrics and stuff that will
Jason,
keep in one piece.
you had 3 razors.
Okay. I don't know what that means.
You basically
So,
crit 4
On a
every
4,
time.
you succeed. For each 4 above that, you succeed harder.
I get it now.
So an 8 would be succeed 2 electric boogaloo, and this is succeed 4?
3, because
Yeah.
the minimum
The
was...
Revengeance.
Okay.
So you're following Alistair around. When he gives you, he manages to duck out your vision. You take a wrong turn, and you just walk right in to the electronics lab. The walls lined with like circuit boards. Like there's There's a 3D printer in there that uses a gold-based resin to make it electrically conductive,
Ooh.
Oh,
which means that there are also several bottles of
Liquid
gold resin.
gold. Yeah.
okay. I, how big's the printer, or is that not like feasible to carry back? Unless we get like the car to move stuff.
Okay. Carry it back, probably. Probably add like 2 days to our trip, though. We should take back a couple bottles
So
of resin.
the 3D printer is probably about the same size as your chest, like from the top of your screen to like where it connects to the bottom on a ball joint.
So there's one person that can get that out of the building, probably.
Well, you,
Yeah.
Dane.
I mean, multi-person lift.
It's like, you also have like several like massive wheels of solder, a bunch of like wires of various grades and metals.
Well, we're allegedly coming back. So I guess I just take one of the gold
Resins.
based resin things as proof.
Are you letting us know it's there?
Yes, of course I would let you know it's there. I'm
Just
I
hello,
mean-
friends! I found shiny liquid.
Is that better or worse than just grabbing these like panels and trying to
speaking
take them
with
back
pride.
wholesale?
Hello, friends. I have found.
Well, I think we do both, don't we?
Brilliant.
Nice work, Era.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure if I can carry. I'm not sure if we can hitch up a bunch of massive spools of wire and a big pile of panel. Like,
How
I
heavy-
wasn't even thinking we get all the
How
panels.
heavy
though.
are they?
Yeah,
Like,
but
the panels are all in various sizes. Like you've got like your small ones about the size of a calculator for just quick testing for proof of concept, and the bigger ones for like longer, extensive testing. To do essentially figuring out what can we change about solar panel construction to make them better for specific jobs.
And the coils of wire and the bottles of gold?
Uh,
Like, if I
bottles
was
of
to
gold,
put
like-
one in my bag, how heavy would it be?
it would be it'd be fairly heavy. Like, you know the big bottles of water you can get from the shop?
oh, like the 2 liter
Yeah.
ones.
It would be about half the size of that, but about twice as heavy.
Oh, I can carry that easy.
Well, we talking maybe 6?
I've got
7?
I've got 50 weight spare.
Yeah, but bulk is a problem too.
Yeah, totally. We can carry one though.
That's why I just put one in me pack.
Right.
I'm literally just carrying one. I
Yeah.
don't have a bag.
Tell you what, guys, what we'll sort out then. If you think this is going to be a bigger payday than just stuffing a bunch of panels in a blanket.
Oh, definitely. The punch of powers is worthless.
What do you mean the panels would be worthless? They're panels.
They're
It's like
useless.
everything runs on panels.
Yeah, but these panels, they don't do anything.
Are you sweating
Not
as you're
functional.
saying this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just looking at you
Alright.
incredulously, like,
Well, regardless of the
hook up
value of the
both.
panels, I
Turns 180 degrees and
I mean-
looks at scared man.
There's every chance the research on the panels is as valuable as the panels are.
Yeah, if you just find the notes.
Can we can do
so I
both.
was-
Alright, yeah, you guys do that. I'll go grab. Oh, sorry, I've got with me the blanket. We'll use the blanket, load it up with all this stuff, and basically I'll carry my own pack and walk. It'll slow us down a bit, but we can load the horse up with everything.
Sounds good.
So we're gonna take one horse load.
To be fair, like, logistically, all we have to do is put a little bit of power back in the door and it'll lock itself when we leave.
Yeah, actually.
We do need to take some stuff back so we can get money to come back out here.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why we take like.
Right.
We don't have to take everything and we can lock it behind us. So,
Yeah. Alright, so spools, gold resin stuff, maybe a couple of them small panels. See if
Yeah.
someone can grab those notes. We'll load it up and just basically carry as much as we can home.
I'll do
I'll
heavy.
make sure that whatever's on there is in a state where I can just cut it off the horse if needs be to get us ready for fighting.
Yeah, I'll do the heavy lifting, carrying the stuff up the staircase and things, and help you get him out of the horse. I can't read, so I'm useless looking for the notes.
Yeah. So us two will do that. You guys continue the search.
I guess I'm looking for notes. What would that even be?
That would be notice.
Notice, apparently!
Notice, I guess, yeah.
But we wait to see what the GM says.
Yeah.
I asked the GM, but they said
Yeah, that's
notice.
I guess I will also attempt a notice.
I will join in the note searching, but distinctly not looking for the solar panel notes.
I am very bad at notice, apparently.
You didn't crit fail.
Yeah, I mean, it's the second time, but...
I got a 6 for my non-solar panel interesting notes.
Is anybody else looking, or is it just these three?
We're doing the heavy lifting for other stuff, so...
Okay, so just the Horlocks.
I rolled then.
So none of you find anything super exciting notes-wise. But you found a couple bits, like a few tables of results, like say, as sort of using this compound in production that gives these voltages, stuff like that. Essentially, the scroll notes from testing. You imagine a lot of the notes would be stored on the computers; they'd be stored electronically.
They just bring back the hard drive.
Look, you guys found what we're looking for?
Yeah,
I
I'd
think
say we
it's-
grab a couple of the hard drives off the computers and extract those. And
Hang on. Great. So the papers, at least, I'm assuming we can just rip off the bits that we don't want to be on. You know how to remove the stuff we don't want to be on a hard drive?
or they need power first, so we mostly need to take it back to our.
We
No,
might
but
as well
I'm
just
thinking-
take the entire hard drive.
No, but right. If we take anything back that says where it came from,
Oh, we'll be looking at it first before we share it with anyone, and we'll adjust it to only give whoever we're selling it to the information that we're selling them.
and you can do that.
We can try.
Alright,
I think
just don't wanna
Mr.
lose this
Robot over
site
here is
to-
the electronics expert, so
I don't want to
Maybe I know
lose this
better.
site to
I-
just. We
I
bought
am
back too
good at
much stuff.
electronic, technically speaking. I am also the property of Starpoint, so...
Don't give
I
it
will
to
do that.
him.
So,
oh,
we-
we'll do that then.
so
You know, just information you would definitely already know.
Oh, actually, no, it is okay to give it to him because
Yeah,
I'm
you are also employed by
well,
them.
I'm their reclaimer, so I'm the one who would be going there.
See, Tom's already had one instance this week of bumping into property disputes.
Okay, so I'll keep a hold of the hard drives for now, and I'll do with them as I want when we get back to base
Okay.
to extract further.
Alright.
Me and Era just won't mention it, will we?
Error remains entirely silent.
Oh, you can, but I'll just smash them.
So,
I know how they build you.
I've just realised, yeah, the two that actually found, the three people that found the notes,
I'm
one of them
I'm al-
is looking for
just-
different notes and one of them can't talk.
I have a fun little bit, like, I legally can't lie, and my word is legally my
Oh,
bond.
that's fine.
So
Hey,
I'm not saying anything here.
So, mad scientist, anything you could do to help him forget about this whole thing?
Potentially, if he lets me work on him.
No.
That
Can't
would
be doing
void
any
your
of that.
warranty.
I cannot let you tamper with company property.
You have a warrant?
No, I can't let them tamper with company property.
Why do you have a
Well, I
warrant?
may need to if he gets injured in battle.
No, don't worry about it. I'll get it. I'll sort it. Like I said, if they find out it's me who'll come here anyway. And I work with you now, so it's not an issue.
Okay, that's fine, and I'll take a step back, and then I'll go to the. I don't actually know Tom's character's name. I'm going to call him Horse Guy.
Horseman.
Horseman.
Man.
Sergeant
like-
Steele.
I was like, if he's injured, but I'll out on the wilds. I'm actually the only one here who can repair him.
Well, we'll see how it goes.
Smug tone. False statement. I am fully capable of repairing myself.
No!
What else
We'll
in that?
see, what
Can't
you,
be
we'll see
foiled.
if you're still saying that once both your arms have been blown off,
Oh my
robot.
goodness. Let's. Have we got everything we need?
Yep.
People with the
Yeah, I
buses.
know. I'm
Load
walking.
it up.
I'm walking. We're gonna want to be moving as quick as we can, though. I'm not fast on foot.
Yeah. See that.
I'm gonna pick you up.
I'm gonna hobble along. No, I'm leading the horse.
Oh, fair point, actually.
And off we go back to the dome.
Yep.
Yous obviously you'd have to stop overnight at one point to.
We eat
I
the
was
dog.
like, you've managed to get back to the dome, and we'll probably call it with yous arriving because obviously Bane has family things at 10, and
Yeah.
if we get into dome stuff, there's every
It could
chance we'd
take
have
a
to
while.
stop
It
halfway
might
through.
take a bit, yeah.
That's fine.
Okay.
Just dome things.
Dome thing.
Hashtag just dumb things.
Ooh, tea, thank you.
Alright then, we're all done then.
Yeah, that was the session.
Didn't
That
go
was
awfully.
that was really fun. We obliterated a set of dogs and crit failed on searching a room.
I didn't get to it. I didn't even attack a dog. That's how quick it was over.
You don't. I thought you couldn't attack.
I
Sentient
legally
beings.
can't, but
Sentient
still.
beings.
Honestly, I was
you
just
were
got.
implying that you were about to break the law. I understand.
It's fine. If you want to know what I was going to do, I was just going to try and pet one of the dogs.
That's what I succeeded in doing.
And here was me thinking that like your flaw would be something like Asimov's. You know, what is your thing? Oh, I have code of honor, 3 laws of robotics.
You want to know? I'm a pacifist. Like I cannot kill anything. People don't like talking to me because people
Cannot
don't
kill
trust
anything
robots.
Hey!
sapient.
Things don't like talking to me either.
I will die if I do not get charged by sunlight. I can't swim. I will sink like a rock. I have a code of honor, which is just, can't lie. Everything I say is has to be true. I am a man of my word,
So we're going to lose you in the bottom of a lake.
and I'm also loyal. It's fine. I can just walk along the bottom. I don't need to breathe.
Do
Yeah,
you-
we could get stuck.
do
and
you
then we'll
rust?
leave you
The
there.
problem is
No.
you're then at the bottom of a lake and you can't be charged at the
To
bottom.
be
of the
fair,
lake. There's
Jason-
sunlight.
I have played that character in D&D with my Warforged in Alistair's game. He flooded the city and I didn't need to breathe, so he just sent me down to loot the place.
Jesus.
I approve. I approve.
You were part of that game, Gem.
No, I wasn't.
You were the Dragonborn.
It was for about
Wait,
a week.
when was? Yeah, it was. I wasn't. Wait, when did we do that? I
was
thought
a-
it was only like 2
That
Jim, it
sessions.
was the game where you
4 or
didn't
5
know
years
common.
ago.
Yeah, I love that, and I want to play that character again. But like, there was only like 2 sessions, wasn't it? Because there was the guy with the sheep that we killed like 3 times.
D&D things.
Because there was
everybody.
a random guy from the uni who I don't
Holy
remember
shit.
who was weird.
That
Yeah.
fucking sheep.
Yeah, easy Dan knows. I just didn't remember that you were playing that.
The fact
Fair
that you
enough.
guys know more about my game than I do.
That's how it goes.
It was something that
Yeah,
game.
that's where I was playing Daughter, and I was the only person at the end of the campaign who wasn't a dick and turned against chaos.
I wasn't a dick.
You said that with not very much confidence, though.
Well, I cut out. I
dick?
made
You count
I
what?
made everybody speak in a different language, and then I translated
I-
everyone wrong.
There's a character
just-
in Age of Sigmar that's currently doing that, by the way, with a god.
I just like to point out, I was only in 1 session of that game as a guest NPC, and everyone loved me.
Were you a goblin?
No, I was a horrible demon that had managed to convince the party to turn
That
to
wasn't
the forces of
Alice's
evil.
game. That was like.
Yeah, it was.
That was my game.
Was that? But no, that
Yeah.
was.
That was that game.
I don't know what game that is. I am lost. I don't have a fucking clue which game that is.
To be fair, the game didn't last long because I think I ran out of players quite quickly.
I stole them all.
Wahaha. I don't
And
know.
I
Well,
wasn't
no,
even-
one of the players, I think Libby was her name. She literally turned up saying, "I want to play a Death Cleric." Went, "Oh no, that introduction you've done as your first ever game you've run, I'm not happy with," and then never turned up again.
Wow.
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 I was like within
Wow.
5 minutes. Oh, okay.
Harsh judgment, call that.
One. Either you've got to be Matt Mercer on session 1 or bust.
What's to the point of, okay, for some reason your character's like joining a trade caravan to the city. And then she went, oh no, I'm not part of a caravan, why would I sign up for that? What?
Wow.
Thanks!
Make a new character because you need a character that will sign up for this caravan.
Thanks? I'm not gonna bend my back over
Well-
to appease your character.
Well, say this is when I learned that you do have to make characters for the campaign.
Yeah.
Like, if you're
Yeah.
saying this is what we're going to be doing, then I'm making a character who'll be doing that.
Do that.
What was the tip for things where it's like, if you're going to run a campaign book, the players are welcome to create characters who might deviate and leave
Yeah.
the zone that campaign book
That
is set based on.
Simba does this.
However, if they do so, well, someone still has to go through the contents of the campaign book, so they should probably roll up those
just
characters.
re-roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because your characters go off and have their adventures, but those aren't the on-screen adventures. Therefore,
Bye.
Yeah, and the people are, so yeah, it literally just says if they want to, then they re-roll, and then they play the characters that are in this story, but then they can keep their old characters and do that campaign later, but it'll be a completely different campaign, because
Yeah.
clearly they weren't part of this story. They were part of a different
They were
story.
extras who just showed up.
Yeah. I like that. I think that makes
It's good.
complete sense. I'm like, yeah, makes
Okay,
complete sense.
I'm going to the stream now. So,
bye.
see you, public. I'll be back on tomorrow. These guys won't be. Jay will be on again some other week, and we'll be back on Tuesday. So,
God, I'm
see you guys.
Full on regular at this rate.
Yeah, you are. Have a fantastic evening, everyone. If you keep playing the games, keep playing RPGs, and keep being awesome. You guys are the best on Twitch. Good night.